I don't know what day of the week it is.
This episode is going to go live on 9/11 next year.
Oh,
That's not true, but it's kind of close to being true.
It's not close to being true, you're lying.
You're going to release these in December, Jay!
Yeah. Well, it would be
How
January
staggered are these
by this
releases
time.
going to be?
Right, yeah, January famously close to 9/11.
Look,
It's a different 9/11. No. This is the one that happens in November 9th.
It's because it's the 91st day of January, so...
I'm not opening this episode with you all dragging me. Fuck off.
Oh god.
We love a cold open, folks.
The funniest thing about this is that I have an actual cold open for this episode, which is that I read a comment by somebody with the funniest mindset about Ace Attorney I've ever seen in my entire life, and I cannot stop thinking about it.
Okay.
Please share with the group.
This guy said, the only sexist thing I can think of in Ace Attorney is the lunch lady from 1-5, aka Angel Starr, the person that we've been very familiar with in this case.
No!
And I was like, can you imagine the only...
That's insane!
This is what I'm
She's
saying.
maybe the least sexualized character in this entire
Honestly.
game.
Which is like fascinating. There's so much to talk about that. Oh my god. Wow.
What if we just talk about that this episode?
Yeah,
Wow,
please.
yeah. Okay.
I want to understand.
This episode is called The Case Against Angel Starr.
Yeah.
And the 4 loyal defense attorneys coming to her aid.
I mean, I've got to assume that it's because they're like, they portray her as having multiple boyfriends. And I'm like, yeah, but like every other woman is portrayed so much worse.
God,
It's not
absolutely.
great, homie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Imagine-
bud. Have you met any...
Maybe it's sexist against men, that's why.
Oh, right. Okay,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Have you met any of Larry Butts' girlfriends? Because I
You
sure
consider
haven't.
the concept
Right,
of
because
Larry
if you don't meet them, then it can't be sexist, right?
That's true.
So true.
That's true. Because like, unless I can see... to be honest, I'm always saying this in real life. If I can't see a woman, she's not real.
We gotta put it out a disclaimer. I can't own this.
I think the funniest thing about this is that you are in a long distance marriage.
You know what? Maybe we should just talk about Ro this episode. I think there's some shit to unpack here. Jesus Christ.
You're not wrong. Guys, do you want to talk about lawyers instead, though? Get off my
I don't
fucking
know, what we
back.
just talk about seems very appealing, but okay.
I'd like to start today.
Everyone's got a cold open today.
No, it's not coded. Something bothered me about last episode. I'm gonna force you all to self-promote
Okay.
because I think this is important. All my friends do wonderful things,
Aw.
and they should talk about
Aw.
them.
You know what? You're gonna make me cry, so be careful.
I'll go first because my shit is the most tenuous and least exciting. Hi. I'm Ro. At the time of recording this, I'm currently undergoing like a branding change, so I have no fucking clue what my handle is going to be on the internet for the foreseeable future. But I sometimes make videos on YouTube's, and I sometimes stream on Twitch. Both of these things I am not currently doing right now, but they're both things I really want to get back to once I figure out how to get a better work-life balance. So keep your ears to the ground, and maybe you'll hear me tunneling underneath you as I let all my plans come to fruition.
Beautiful. I'll go next because I am getting better at self-promotion in the last few weeks, so might as well ride that high. Hello, my name is Devon, otherwise known as algae_dust, which is a very confusing username. Anyway, you can find me on Instagram and Twitch sometimes. I also do a lot of like illustration stuff, and I do markets sometimes, and I'm going to be doing conventions next year. That's going to happen. So if you want to buy some cute prints and stickers and stuff, hi. I like to draw silly little guys. And that's me.
Devin, I feel like I need to say something. I think your username is awesome because it makes me think of powdered seaweed, which is like a really beautiful thing.
Right?
Is
but
algae
also,
dust real?
I can't design a logo for it, which is a nightmare.
I mean, algae is real and dust is real, so I
Yeah.
feel like you can
You
make
could do
something
like
out of that.
algae with like sparkles. This is.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
That's a fun idea. Also,
Remove that.
That is a very fun idea.
Trademark.
trademark. Also, yeah, Devon's art is incredible, and I love their clowns.
Oh,
true. I have
I've
two of
started
their
a comic,
clowns in my
by
house.
the way. I'm making a mini comic about those two clowns stealing socks.
Yay!
So watch
Oh,
this
shit.
space. I will post the picture of it in chat, but I'm going to do that quietly while Jay promotes himself.
Hi, I'm Jay Castello. I'm a freelance writer and other things. But mostly I like to write. You can find me on social media at jaymcastello, and then you'll find out what bizarre thing I'm doing this week.
Freelance writer and regular human, Jay Costello.
No, only one of those
Nope.
things.
Not
I
sure.
want to say thank you so much to Adam for doing this, because it was like getting a dog to take a pill in that it was very good, but I hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And now you have to do it, Adam.
Yeah, my name is Adam.
you can't
Subjects
shame us.
change. I've been very quiet about my social media stuff this season because I am also gonna be undergoing a rebrand, and in probably how long until this comes out? Like 1 billion weeks. It's all gonna
Yeah.
be different. But you can find me at Randomentalist anywhere, and there might be information about where to then find me. You'll find like a signpost on a riddle or somewhere. You can
That's
see all my
thematically
previous
appropriate.
works, which comes in the format of like hastily edited Photoshop memes. There's a good
So-
Ace Attorney one on Tumblr relating to the confetti that appears at the end of a trial.
I love
Which-
that post. It's very funny.
I have something to say about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
up?
You can't go 3 replies on that post without someone mentioning that in the comics Gumshoe is the one who makes that confetti. First of all, in the first case, you haven't even met Gumshoe.
That's really funny.
Second of all, in the second case, you are against Gumshoe's best friend and trusted mentor, Miles Edgeworth. Why would he throw confetti there?
I
This is
believe
my- this
that
is
I
my
could answer
game
this
sins.
question. I believe
yeah,
that
go
those
on.
people in your replies are wrong.
Mhm.
I believe that it is not the comics. I believe that it is the Ace Attorney 2 manual, and I believe we've talked about this before because I believe at
Yeah.
the time I went and got it out of my cupboard.
I remember this, yeah.
And I believe that what it shows is Gumshoe cutting up confetti for specifically the case where Miles Edgeworth, his unrequited lover,
I see.
was
Yeah.
found innocent. So that's why he did it for that one. And then people have extrapolated to be like, oh, he does this for every case.
That would be funny.
Oh, I'm glad we've cleared this up. Anyway, I made a post about that. Maybe I'll pin it in the time between this and you stumbling across
I
it.
can put it in the show notes of this episode if that.
Oh yeah,
is-
that's fun.
Yeah.
Put my post about the pointing in the show notes
I will.
episode as well.
Okay, great. Devon, anything that you wanted to have posted?
Any stupid internet memes that you edited that you want us to put in the fucking show notes?
That meme that I put in chat like 13 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Okay,
yeah.
please.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
a
god,
good
that was
house.
13 minutes ago. Okay.
We gotta get a roll. We gotta get a move on.
Okay, gang, that was
All
pretty
right.
good self-promotion. We're gonna need to tighten that up in the future, but let's continue.
Would you like me to do a summary? Now, this one is
Please.
tight. I've edited the summary for the first time in my goddamn life, and I've actually cut it down.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The reason that I did this is because I forgot that I had to write a summary, and I got halfway through the case, and I was like, well, that's fine, I can just summarize the first part. And then the second part was so much more complicated that I was like, no, I have to edit them to the same level of detail. And I think it worked really well, so maybe I should just do that again next time. Okay. After the trial gets suspended because of Lana's admission that they forged evidence in SL9, Emma tells us about that case. She was attacked by the serial killer Joe Dark, and Jake Marshall's brother Neil Marshall saved her life but died in the process. We also learned that Lana was a detective at the time, not a prosecutor. During the investigation, we mostly learn that everyone is having a terrible time after SL9 and that Chief of Police Damon Gant is pulling a lot of strings. We also break into Gant's safe and find some old evidence, including a handprint of Emma's. Eventually, Lana admits that she was ordered to dispose of Goodman's body, but she didn't actually kill him. However, at court the next day, Lana again confesses to the murder, fires Phoenix, and asks for the trial to end immediately. The judge accepts this, but Edgeworth objects, and the trial continues. Emma testifies about her experience 2 years ago. As Emma slowly remembers more about the case, and Phoenix and Edgeworth work together to make sense of it, it seems that Emma might have pushed Neil into a big sword attached to a suit of armor in Gant's office, accidentally killing him and causing Lana to forge evidence to protect her. After Emma's testimony, Gant is called to the stand and pins all the forgery on Lana, but Phoenix uses the evidence from his safe to theorize that he was in on it and has been blackmailing Lana with the threat of accusing Emma of murder ever since. But he can't prove it, and although Phoenix and Edgeworth switched to accusing him of being the one that killed Goodman in the evidence room, they can't prove that either. Gant says he's using his special chief of police privileges to stop testifying, so Edgeworth instead persuades Lana to testify about her forgery. As we unravel the contradictions of the case, it turns out that although she believed Emma accidentally killed Neil, that was actually set up by Gant. Emma did push Neil, hence the handprint, but he was only unconscious until Gant skewered him on the sword in order to have blackmail material over Lana. He then also killed Goodman for trying to look into the case again and manipulated Lana into taking the blame for that too. It's worth mentioning that they're only able to prove all of this due to some very specific and convenient rules about evidence law and testifying privileges that are introduced in this case, but I'm sure we'll get into that later. After the trial, Lana apologizes to Emma and they seem happier, but Edgeworth says he can't continue on as a prosecutor and ominously disappears. And we finished Ace Attorney 1.
We
That
beat
was a
the
tight
game!
summary.
Woo!
We beat
Oh,
the
yeah.
game, thank you.
I do have one major criticism though, Jay.
I am not taking criticism today.
Too bad. It was a spear, not a sword.
It was a
Whatever.
spear?
It's a sword?
Yeah, it's got like a fluffy pommel thing at the base of the blade. And it's a spear, and also it's a spear.
I'm googling suit of armor Ace Attorney
No,
1.
I can't.
We
I'm
have to-
also
we have
doing
to
this.
do
I'm
this.
like, I feel like it's described as a sword in the game, which might have contributed to something.
They describe like the blade of it as a sword. Or as a
Why am I
knife or
seeing
something.
so many pictures of Phoenix Wright in a Gundam?
fuck yeah, post those. Put that shit in the show notes.
The blade is like a dagger blade, and it could be one that's on the end of a spear, except it's at like waist height on this.
Yeah, it's
knife.
it's a very weird looking suit of armor, no matter which way you cut it.
Okay, this is, I guess, a spear with a fringe on it, which I don't understand what the fuck is going on, so...
Welcome to my world.
So I wanna start by addressing my predictions from the last time, which I don't remember all of. I was pretty much bang on about the events of this murder. It turns out it didn't really matter. We barely even touched them in this case. It's the intro, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
My motive was way cooler.
What was your motive, Adam?
Was that Lana took the fall to protect Edgeworth, and that the whole
Right.
thing was like to set up Edgeworth, and that it was less cool than that because Edgeworth kind of was just there. Kind of doesn't ever mention that he was kind of a key figure in this case and that he transported a body without realizing it.
It seems like something you would notice.
Maybe not. Well, do you think he cares about this car, or is it just like a symbol to him? Like, it doesn't matter. He seems to care about things in his life.
Yeah.
I feel like I would notice if the lock to my car trunk had been broken, if I cared about that car a lot.
It wouldn't even be the lock that would be the giveaway to me. Just like the shift in weight in the back of the car, I think is something you'd notice when driving it. And also probably the smell.
I guess it was kind of like fresh, though.
I regularly get in my car and be like, this feels weird and also smells weird, but, like, what am I gonna do about it? I don't know how cars work.
Is there a body in here? Fuck if I know. I don't know.
Well, I would know if there was a body in it because I only have a two-door car, so, like, the trunk is next to me.
Maybe you ran
basically.
over someone without noticing. I don't know.
It's
Maybe they got all
always
caught up
possible.
in the wheel.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna be paranoid about this for the next 2 years, but that's fine.
Just like a
Oh,
whole
Jesus.
guy managed to get stuffed on the inside of your wheel.
And then there was a witness and you had to kill them, and then there was a second witness and you had to kill them too.
And then you handed yourself in, and then you threatened to kill a child, and then you woke up and everyone was mad at you.
God, Joe
They
Dark is
mention
the
that
funniest
exactly
serial
once
killer.
in like 5 seconds, and they do not mention it again.
He is the funniest
It is
serial killer.
irrelevant.
This is going to be something we're going to examine later on, but Joe Dark fundamentally exists because of how fucked up this legal system is. I'm convinced of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There are so many red herrings in this
For real, yeah.
on this last day of investigation. Like, I had pretty much nailed it from hour 1, and then they spent like 4 or 5 hours distracting me. And sometimes it worked. I'm not gonna say I'm above that, but my gut instinct was pretty much right here.
Yeah, I remember reading your notes last week and being like, yeah. Like, they basically got it all, but the thing is that you didn't, like, talk about SL9 being Like, the fact that this whole case, this whole bit that we just played is all about SL9, basically.
Kind of
Which I thought
hoped
was
that
really
it wouldn't
funny.
be, if I'm being honest.
I know, well, I knew that at the time also. But
It's fine. The one thing that I didn't really pick up on was kind of the theme of the game, which is that powerful people do stupid things because they think they're going to get away with them.
If it
It's
weren't
true.
for you meddling kids.
So I really didn't give Gant as much credit as the game wanted to.
Gant is sort of just like a slightly scarier version of White Boy from episode 2. What's his
true.
name?
red, white.
So true. Red,
white,
white.
Red, white.
Grinko.
Yeah. Well, Blanco Nino.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Gant is in a very similar situation to him, where he's just like waving his authority around without consequence because he is the chief of police. And then it turns out when you do crime, you have to go to court.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same. Like Von Karma and who was the murderer in Case 3? I forgot her name.
D. Vasquez.
D. Vasquez. Yeah, they're all the same.
They're all the same. I love our theme.
And that's fine. I'm not complaining, for the record. Write that down.
You criminals are all the same.
I think it's an interesting theme for a video game that is also about like dereliction of duty. Unintentionally.
All right, you want to start from the top?
Yeah. What
Kind of a
happened?
harrowing start, honestly.
Yeah.
Ever's like, here's my biggest trauma.
Yeah. Sorry, Phoenix. I probably should have told you that I was almost murdered by famous serial killer Joe Duck.
Phoenix says, I didn't see that one coming, as if this was
Wow.
just some kind of wacky plot twist and not like.
And
ever
then
being,
she's literally like, "Hey, remember how we stole those case notes like earlier today? It's all in there."
And it's like a big stack of like there's the whole like
Yeah,
reel of paper,
it's like real
and
case
you
notes.
see, you see like 4 pages of that. The mechanical reason for this is that Phoenix doesn't read past the summary.
Literally. I mean, he also gets given a book later that he only reads a single page of. Actually,
And it's a
I'm more
children's
convinced.
book.
I'm more convinced that he just read the blurb.
And it's a law book with like basic law information.
It's cute.
Baby's first law book,
Yeah, it's literally law for dummies.
which is also that book's part of a series. The investigation science book is from the same series.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Dorling Kindersley, but for autistic people with hyperfixations.
That's Dolly Kindersley, I think.
You know what? Actually, yeah.
That's
So
you
true.
published like 2 books
Like
about
me
Minecraft.
side-eyeing the shelf I have, which has a row of nothing but Dorling Kindersley books.
The key information that Emma shares with us is that she quote unquote saw the murder happen, except the lights went out because of a lightning storm that was happening. And she only saw like a frame of what was happening when lightning struck and lit up the room. There was one figure towering over the other with the knife held above their head. And this is pretty suspicious. That we didn't actually see them, we just saw like some figures.
And she says she drew a picture of it.
She did show a picture of it. And she said it, she's like, it kind of sucked, don't worry about it.
She says something along the lines of, "It engraved a permanent picture into my mind that I could never forget." And I just knew that when she said that, Phoenix was just like, if only there was some kind of brain scan technology I could use to pull that picture out of her brain and then submit it as evidence in the trial.
Yeah. But she also mentions that Lana used to be a detective. But Lana
Yeah.
went to law school, right?
I believe the implication here is that defense lawyers, prosecutors, and police officers
All
all
go
go
to
to
the
the
same
same
school.
school.
Yeah.
Ah,
I would watch that anime.
They have one school for each individual branch of governance.
yeah. I guess. A potential implication that Mia trained to be a cop.
Maybe.
I like the multi-school one better. Because
I mean, potential implication that Phoenix trained to be a cop as well.
Well, they didn't go to the same school.
Did Phoenix go to school? Like, to
I
be
don't
aware?
know. I feel like
I'm not
Mia
convinced at
just
this
like
point.
found him off the street or something.
They did like an
Phoenix
online
ever
bar
learn to
exam.
read?
Like found him in a wet cardboard box all alone.
God, that is so Phoenix. Christ.
But like in relation to the picture, she does also say, "I drew a picture, but it wasn't very good." And Phoenix is like, 2 years ago you were 14. That's understandable. And I know he's trying to be like, oh, like, you were just a kid, this traumatized you, it's understandable that you weren't able to provide good evidence, but it really reads like 2 years ago you were 14, so there's no way you were fucking any good at drawing.
It's like Phoenix just being like, yeah, well, kids can't do fucking shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Says the 24-year-old man.
We go speak to Lana after this. She says about the forged evidence, criminals don't mind playing foul. Why shouldn't we? Which is really funny for a cop
Really
turned
fucked up.
prosecutor.
For the chief prosecutor, no less.
Chief prosecutor.
Yeah, she seems normal. She seems fine.
She seems
She's
normal.
having a fine time.
Oh, Jesus.
Emma, on the other hand, is very upset that Lana would do this.
It's just very funny because, like, she says that stuff because she, like, lied in court. Like, there's the whole thing about her forging evidence. And she says, I understand the risks of lying to court and potentially giving an innocent person a lifetime prison sentence. However, I'm still gonna do it in order to get my way.
Great. Thanks,
Cool and
Lana.
normal
Chief,
thing.
chief prosecutor.
I really like that. Like, I hadn't really thought about this because it comes up before all the stuff about her being blackmailed and stuff. But, like, Lana is really exonerated by this whole game. They're like, oh, it was Gant forcing her to do stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then when you think about this, you're like, no, actually, she was, evil.
She was just like this.
She
Yeah.
was evil, actually.
Yeah, she was a bad person.
Oops.
There's a point in this conversation where she refers to Gant as, like, her inspiration, like, the mentor that she looks up to. And it's, like, already so 100% obvious that he is the nasty, guilty man.
There's a lot of that in this case as well, where, like,
so much
people
of
will
it.
be like, I can't believe you're accusing Gant. And I'm like,
What?
it's so
You,
fucking obvious.
you don't think it could be
isn't it?
Damon Gant, could you? What? You mean the one guy who has the power to do everything bad that's been happening relating to this case? Yeah? Huh? What? Crazy. No way. Not him. No, he just loves swimming.
He'll lend anyone $50.
Yeah. And then when Emma, like, goes off at Lana for lying to her, Lana says, like, Emma, this doesn't just involve me. Like, no shit.
Yeah.
There are already so many active parties involved in this case. We've got, like, 3 different detectives working on it, 2 people who are dead. Well, 1 person who was dead, another person who we were told was dead, and then it turned out it was nothing. That weird lanky police officer, Edgeworth, Gant. Like, there's so many active players in this one. Like, obviously it doesn't just involve you, it also involves, at the very least, the guy you stabbed.
Also, the guy that got executed because of your false evidence. Maybe not the only guy in the world who you've done that to.
But he was definitely guilty. That's what everyone
Yeah,
says.
for sure.
But, like, he was
No,
definitely guilty.
that's the thing,
Don't
yeah.
worry about it.
It's absolutely, like, he was a serial killer, so obviously they had to give him the death penalty.
But it's so funny to also make that, like, this case is the most extreme so far with, like, looking at what length someone would go to convict somebody.
It's insane.
And they keep being like, oh, well, this guy definitely did kill, like, 3 people, so it's not so bad as it could have been. But through the rest of these cases, we've had all these innocent people, like, almost get executed. And it's like, yeah, if everyone was just forging evidence all the time, it would be fucked. We would have been so screwed. Maya would be dead.
I'm gonna say something controversial. I don't think the legal system should have the authority to pass down judgment on who should live and who should die. Call me crazy, but I don't think the court should be able to decide that Damon Gant gets executed for killing a couple people.
They don't even get to that point, though, because they're just like, well, wouldn't it be fine if we forged evidence to make Damon Gant be at least put in prison, though?
Like, we could do our jobs better to get an honest conviction to make sure that because, like, he killed, like, 4 people in broad daylight, but no one took a picture of him doing it, so I guess we can't get a conviction.
God, how was there no evidence? How was there no I don't understand.
Like, they describe his process later on in this episode, and it's the most... It's like the sloppiest series of events imaginable. It's so
there's no
funny.
evidence because he killed everyone.
Yeah, that's literally
solved.
it, though. Like that sounds like a joke, but it's literally true.
He
I'm not
turned
joking.
himself in. There was presumably forensic evidence. They don't talk about that at all, which is really funny because, like, Emma's whole thing is forensic
Well,
evidence.
do you know how expensive luminol powder is? It's fucking crazy.
She had to save so long together.
I did actually look up the price of luminol testing fluid, and it is genuinely that expensive. It's crazy.
I think that, like, what we're talking about with Lana and, like, basically like the narrative kind of exonerating her for forging a bunch of evidence is like a problem with this case overall. They really don't want to have any of their characters actually be morally grey. And it really pisses me off, especially with Edgeworth, who definitely did forge evidence in case 2 of this game, and then they were like, just kidding, like he was tricked this whole time. He's totally fine, he never did that.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. Make Edgeworth suck worse, please.
Yeah, it almost feels like they made Lana like this, because she has been kind of compared to Edgeworth a lot anyway. It feels like they made her worse than Edgeworth, like, as a, like, to make him look better.
Yeah.
But they also made her, or tried to make her be likable as well. It's like, okay, so you're trying to make this person worse, but you can't even commit to that.
Right, like, I think it would be so good if she was likable as a person, which she is, and also you had to reckon with the fact that, like, she probably killed people.
Yeah.
You want to talk about serial killers? There's one standing in this room.
Yeah, but no, they're just like, oh, it's fine because Joe Dark sucked.
Yeah, there's also part of this conversation where Lana describes, like, what she did on the night of Emma being accosted by Joe Dark. And her description sounds crazy because she saw Joe Dark and Goodman. No, not Goodman. Was it Goodman? No, it was Goodman.
Neil Marshall.
Oh, no, it was Marshall, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Sees them unconscious on the floor and then sees Emma in, like, a corner or something. And her first instinct is to just ignore the two possibly dead bodies, one of whom is a known serial killer, and just, like, grab her sister and leave.
She doesn't leave.
I think she says she goes into another room.
No, they're in the same room. She's, like, by the window, right?
I don't know. I swear, like, I'd need to check it in the thing.
I believe that what happened is she said she went to her office, which is the other side of the same room.
Yeah.
That's the confusion.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah. But still, very strange course of action to take, especially when you know how dangerous that guy is.
I feel okay about that because I feel like it's humanizing of Lana, where it's like, yeah, she's supposed to be like a really good detective, but also like her baby sister was in trouble and she was just like, I'm just gonna like freak out basically and just look after Emma, which I think is kind of cute, honestly.
This is the first time you see that image of Joe Dark Joe Dog.
Fucking get him, dude.
Joe fucking Dog. This is the first time you've seen the image of Joe Dark on the floor, like unconscious, with Jake Marshall like on top of him.
It's very cartoonish.
Sorry, Neil Marshall.
Definitely
And
not a
this is where I'm
mistake we'll
like,
keep making.
why was Joe Dark unconscious here? And doesn't the game like hand wave this and it's like, oh, I guess
Yeah, it
he
does.
fought while he was stabbed in the back. And I'm like, come the fuck on.
I think the thing that they say is that after he stabs Neil Marshall, Neil manages to get like one good punch in and it knocks him out, is what they say. Which is, yeah, very...
This is what I wrote down. This is the second scene of this investigation. I wrote on it, did Damon kill Marshall too? I'm done. I'm ready to go to court.
Easy. I think, okay, we're going to different places. The eternal problem with the investigation parts.
I went to the police department first.
I also did this.
Well, to be fair, I think I did, and I just didn't write anything about it, because my next thing is about Gant's office, but Gant's office is from the police department, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything to say? Because we have a conversation with Jake Marshall.
Yeah, he's like, Phoenix, they're gonna disappear me.
Yeah, literally. That's literally the exact vibe I picked up from that. It's like, Phoenix, this might be the last time you'll ever see me. Like, my body is gonna wind up sometime in a marsh in like 15 years.
I was really sad because I thought we were never going to hear his theme again. You didn't hear it one more time.
It's a really
at this
good
point,
theme.
I was like, never going to hear this again.
Yeah. And this is when he drops the nugget of information that, like, after the events of SL9 is when Lana went from being a detective to being a prosecutor. Just got moved into the prosecution business, which seems crazy.
Yeah, that is literally insane.
Like, how does that happen?
I feel like it makes sense with the, like, way that they keep talking, especially in this case, but in the whole game, about like the police and the prosecutors just being like the same. Like they're the same.
I mean, I don't remember when it's said, but they say it was always her plan to do this.
But I don't know if she said that as like a justifying it after the fact.
The way that it says that makes it seem like they knew that by doing this she could be supplanted as a prosecutor, as like a mole for the police department or something.
Yeah, well, they say later on, like, oh, Gant moved her over so that he could, like, as chief of police, he can pull all the strings of the police, and then he has the chief prosecutor in his pocket, so he can also pull all the strings at the prosecutor's office.
That's
Cool.
so insane that the chief of police does that. The chief of police decides who the chief prosecutor is. Like, what the fuck? This place sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But also, he didn't give a fuck about us previous to this. Otherwise, he would have pulled some strings. He didn't care about Mr. Pink.
No.
True.
True. He didn't tase us either.
Oh, he's better than that.
True.
Yeah, he doesn't need to
He goes
resort to
swimming.
base violence.
Okay, we're gonna be heading to maybe the best
Wait,
location.
I have a note. When we go to the detectives unit, the chief detective's like, "Ah, yeah, Gans office is right here. You can just walk right in." And then I was like, "Are you sure we're allowed to do that?" And the chief is like, "Wait, actually."
Wait a minute,
I'll
does
do
he
that.
say that? Because that contradicts something that's said later on in this very case.
He says
it's
it's
with you.
there's a connecting walkway to the other building, and you have to take
okay.
the elevator up to it. So he
Yeah.
tells you where it is. That was what I was saying.
This is a crazy concept for like a division of office space. Also,
This building sounds cool as hell.
it's so strange for like. Do you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of like Dracula's chambers in Castlevania. Like very specifically, it's like this parapet that's connected on a separate walkway from the rest of the castle, and you walk up there, and the first thing you're met with is a giant fucking pipe organ.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. Like you could not be more super villainous if you tried.
I don't know if his like Damon Gant's theme it is like an organ, but it definitely sounds organ-like. And like every time I see it, I'm just like, oh yeah, there it is.
Yep.
He wrote it. He wrote his own theme song.
Yeah, it would have been an organ were it not on the Nintendo DS.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's
They
literally it.
did their best to approximate it.
So as we're alluding to, you step into Damon Gaunt's office, and the first thing you see is a giant fucking golden pipe organ. Like, it dominates the entire screen. It's crazy. And you interact with it, and Emma is like, "Oh, I want to play that. I used to take pipe organ lessons in kindergarten." Huh?
Well, I think like in the UK, like there's organs at churches, right? So like if you go to church, as like I don't know, like 50% of people in the UK supposedly do.
Supposedly.
I don't know shit about religion. You can probably get lessons to play the organ.
Adam, did you go to church?
I've been to church like one time
Jay, did you go to
to
church?
see something my cousins did, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I went to a Christian of some kind primary school, so we went to church a few times for that. I once did a harvest festival thing at church, and I had such a bad fever. And I was like, I'm freezing to death in this church. And everyone was like, what are you talking about? It's really warm. And then I went home
Oh
and
my
my mom
God.
was like, you are dying. That's my biggest memory of ever being in a church.
Evil energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Devin, did you go to church?
I did go to church as a child, yes.
God damn, maybe the stats are accurate then.
It's like 53% or something. I mean, I also went to like Christian schools.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all did. It's kind of the de facto primary school process.
Normal.
I don't think
I
there was a
don't think
church
mine
close
was.
enough to my primary school for them to do that.
I just went to classic church.
Mhm.
Like every single primary school and a lot of the secondary schools in my area are all named after Christian saints. So
Oh, it was a church thing school. There we go. I did not realise that.
okay,
Fuck
so
up.
everyone in England forever has gone to church,
And we all know how to play the pipe organ.
and we all learned how to play the pipe organ.
Yeah, you learned it at
I'm
Sunday
just saying
school.
that's an option if you know, if you're in that kind of circle.
Emma is a
Okay.
Christian.
Because you can learn to play the bells at church. So.
Ringing ding. It turns out walking into the office of the chief inspector while he's still in there and isn't expecting company is probably not a good idea.
And really does not like you.
Yeah, and also does not like you.
Oh, he's kind of jovial.
That's his whole thing. That's literally part of his
I'm a
character, is
jovial
that he's that
villain.
guy.
Hey man, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, we were just trespassing here.
Yeah, you've been
Can I have
swimming lately?
$50?
Yeah,
Can
can I
have
have
some money?
$50?
And he's like, "Hey bud, how you doing? You been swimming lately? Please get out of my office."
Get the fuck out of my office.
I will have you arrested.
But before he does take you out of your office, he shows you a picture of Neil Marshall with the original trophy the original King of Prosecutors trophy, which is a little different to the one that Edgeworth has because it's got a little spear in it.
There is so much information in this photo.
Yeah, it's like the biggest. It's like the biggest clue for everything ever. Because the other thing that you see in the photo is on the background, on the shelf, is the vase that you found broken in the evidence lockers that we mentioned in the last episode. And do you know what makes me really upset about this vase? Not once in this episode do they explain why it looks like that.
It looks like that because it's gotta look like the blue badger from a very specific angle.
I feel like there could have been ways to design a more practical vase that looks like that. Like, make it bottom heavy and then just rotate it in in the other direction when you're doing the little
guy has the biggest pipe organ I've ever seen. I don't think he cares about practicality.
Yeah, like, it's got a hole in the bottom of it. You can't even use it for anything.
It's art, bro.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just as bad at understanding art as Phoenix Wright is in that case.
Not possible.
It's just so funny because it just really feels like it would be so unbelievable that a bottom-heavy vase would fall off of the shelf. So we must design the most unstable vase so it's believable that it would fly through the air.
Yeah.
Just make it an amphora or something.
So this photo, it's got 3 people in it. It's got the vase in the background. It has this knight with this blade showing a potential murder weapon. It has a second potential murder weapon in the trophy that I didn't even notice at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I did notice it because it's like a solid gold suit of armor that's in the corner for some reason. Like it's an extra character peeking out of frame, just like, hi guys, by the way, I'm also here too, and I'm made of solid gold.
He might as well have given us like a detailed floor plan of that night. Like, we didn't need to come back. The reason we come back is for the safe. I know this, but like at this time I was like, I'm good. I don't need to come back.
It's so on the nose that it might as well have just been a note from Gant that says, like, in his own handwriting, gee, I sure hope no one figures out what I've done.
Like, yeah, I'd love to come back and examine this organ, but like, practicality's sake, I'm good.
Well, let's
we get
Gummy
kicked
then.
out.
Yeah, speak to Gumshoe.
And he tells us all about how Joe Dog became a serial killer.
Everyone loves this guy. No one wants to
He's
talk
like,
about the current case.
He tried to murder some girl. Isn't that crazy? That must have been so traumatizing for that girl.
I forgot about that part.
Oh,
my
God. Also, Gumshoe says the most horrifying thing where he kind of says, like, people who stick out get themselves into trouble or, like, whatever. And he says, yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. How much of Gumshoe is just self-preservation acting this way? Jesus Christ, I'm now horrified.
8 feet tall.
He
beat up a gang of mafia goons single-handedly.
3 people wide.
He could kill Damon Gaunt with his bare hands. He could rip that guy in half.
I remember seeing this fan art once of Gumshoe being so insanely jacked underneath that trench coat, and it was so funny. I'm just Googling something real quick.
But yeah, the description of how Gant became a serial killer is both hilarious and fascinating, because the play-by-play is he hits someone with his car, and then immediately killed, like, 3 other people after hitting someone with his car. And the only way I can interpret that is he hit someone with his car, and his brain was like, oh shit, the penalty for murder is being murdered, so I've got to make sure no one finds out about this, and tries to kill every single witness.
Yeah. You're gonna swing for the fences.
Like if I'm going to town, I might as well go into Lincoln. Like, execute everybody in the local vicinity.
It's true. It's logical.
That's
the
fucked
point
up
of the
part.
investigation where I opened my inventory for the first time.
Oh no.
I didn't realize that we were on 3 pages of evidence.
Yeah, we have a lot of shit.
Yeah.
No, I opened my inventory when we were talking to Lana back in the detention center, and I was like, oh god, I hope I don't have to do this every time. And thankfully, up until now, every single person, like, leaves before. Well, actually, in Lana's case, she, like, criticizes you for trying to share information with her, and Jake Marshall just leaves. Gant doesn't stick around either. But now it's Gumshoe, and you've got 3 pages of things to give him.
Yeah, and Gumshoe's like, okay, I'm not going to show you back into Gant's office. My neck is on the line. So Felix is like, I have to show him something to convince him. So I show him literally everything in these 3 pages of evidence. And none of it works.
See, I knew that this was something that I didn't have yet because there were like still places I hadn't been.
Well, where do we go next?
Next, I went to the High Prosecutor's office and met my old
was a fun
friend,
time.
Captain Scarlet.
It's worth mentioning
seems
that
pretty
before. Yeah, it's worth mentioning that in the conversation with Gumshoe at the beginning, Gumshoe is like, "Oh, I'm really worried about Edgeworth," and Phoenix is like, "Wow, he's really concerned about him." It's like, I don't know. It's set up for the thing that we were just talking about, where you have to show him something. But it's very funny for Gumshoe to actually still be ride or die for Edgeworth.
Edgeworth displays some like surprising level of ownership and honesty over the situation as well, because he says, well, the police department's error is my error. Like, everything about what's happening is partially my fault because of the things that I've done, even if I wasn't the one who directly caused them. And I was like, bro, where were you 3 episodes ago?
See, I approach this from the opposite direction, which is like, I wish that he was like, there is a huge difference from this like 3 episodes ago, right? But I wish that he was, instead of being like, oh, it was the police's error, but like, I will like accept that it was my responsibility to verify stuff. I wish that he was just like, yeah, I shouldn't have fucking presented false evidence that like I could have known about, you know? Like, I feel like the way that he was so smug about it with the updated autopsy report is like,
He fucking knew. Like, he
fucking
knew.
Just say he did it. Like, he doesn't need to have been less of a dickhead this whole
Oh,
time.
that one was all me.
I wrote that one myself.
Yeah. And it's really funny because, like, the perception of everything to do with the legal system is that, like, no one can ever lie. No, never, ever, ever. And whatever the end result of the trial is the factual truth. But, like, everyone in real life knows that it's, like, a lawyer's job to lie all the time. So, like, obviously forging evidence is its own kettle of fish, but the fact that there's been, like, such hostile outcry from the state of things regarding Miles Edgeworth having maybe lied about a thing once is very funny to me. Especially considering Von Karma's whole situation.
Well, he's writing something as you arrive,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
and he comes up and throws it on the floor. He doesn't want you to see it. He's shy.
Probably fine.
He's shy. He doesn't want you to read it. But then he reads it himself because he needs to speak from the heart.
He reads it himself because Emma crawls around under his desk and picks it up, and he's like, for fuck's
It's really
sake.
funny because
It's really good.
Emma crawls around to try and get the note and says, Phoenix, distract him. And I can't remember what Phoenix says.
Phoenix is like, Gumshoe is falling out the window behind
Oh
you.
yeah, that's
Well,
it.
no, he's
It's so fucked.
is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the guy. He's just like tripped or something. I
no, he
guess.
fell. Edgeworth, no.
This
he
all
died.
happens right after Edgeworth is talking about the King of Prosecutors shield and sword, and how it used to be like, this is a shield that can block anything versus this is a sword that can cut through anything, and Phoenix is like, oh, that's a contradiction, and like those two things back to back is like the most like slapstick hour of this whole case. It's very funny.
It is funny. You know, I heard that, like, from a law of physics perspective, if there was an object that was unstoppable versus an object that was immovable, they would just, like, phase through one another.
Sick.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know how legitimate that is, but, like, I think about it and I'm like, yeah, that sounds right, I
I don't know
guess.
if that's true.
I mean, it's a conceptual thing. It's not like it could really happen because there's no such thing as an unstoppable force or an immovable object.
Yeah, I've done a lot of physics in my academic career.
Adam is
and
the
I
physics
haven't
person.
heard that. I'm not a physics specifically. I've done mathematics and I've done engineering, which are very physics adjacent.
Well, maths is numbers, and this is like something else.
This is
like a
real
new
shit.
thing. This is like myth.
Okay,
This is
yeah,
like a
yeah.
grand fable of the laws of the universe. That somewhere out there, it's like that fucking thing about the tea kettle orbiting the Earth or whatever.
Wait, what?
Russell's teapot.
Oh my god, I got some googling to do.
I don't know.
I don't have time for this.
We gotta murder
Yeah,
yourself.
I will do some separate googling so that we keep on track.
I want to go back to the contradiction thing later, but
Okay.
let's talk about this letter first.
Yeah, he reads out, it's a letter of resignation because of all of the backlash forging evidence, and he feels like, given the situation, he can't earnestly continue as a prosecutor. And he says, it feels like something inside me has died. Which is pretty heavy.
I was gonna say, it's not just
So
because of the
dramatic.
backlash. I think it is a genuine, like, moral problem.
Yeah,
that he's
it's a proper quandary of, like, his position and everything like that. But, like, He's 26.
He's 24. Just want to point out that when Edra says, it feels like something inside me has died, there is no further dialogue. You leave the room. Shu Takumi, what is wrong with you?
Homie said he wanted to kill himself, and Phoenix said, well, bye.
Phoenix goes, uh-oh, I think he's serious. And then,
And then leaves.
and then he goes, immediately after he goes, this letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything.
Yeah, I wonder if I can use this to
End of
blackmail someone.
conversation.
Oh my god.
It's so good. It's so good.
I mean, there's a world where you go into the room and the first thing you do is examine the paper on the floor. But I don't think any of us did that. In fact, I completely forgot about it and went on a goose chase for like 30 minutes.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I think naturally, like, the order of operations, sometimes the first thing you do in a room is you like open the conversation window.
Yeah, true. It could
At
have
least
not
for
been.
us.
But it
Yeah.
seemed like for all of us, we just fucking
For
left
all
after
of us,
that
it
anyway.
was. Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, take it easy.
Right.
You gotta feel for him, though. He lost his first case. He lost his mentor figure. And now he's losing his
To be
reputation.
honest, from his perspective, shit is getting pretty fucked.
Rough.
I had a very important question in my notes though, which was, what other job could he even do?
He could be a defense
The
attorney.
only reason he has been tolerated this long is because the legal system is fucked.
He's gonna
him
work
trying
at
to do
a
a normal
drive-thru
job, he
now.
will get fired.
Yeah, he's
He's insufferable. He's not employable.
He could
Yeah,
work
it's
in
a tough
HR.
one.
Incredible.
So immediately after picking up the paper, I was like, oh, okay, this is the thing we're going to use to force Gumshoe to let us back into Gant's office to snoop around some more. So I was going to head back there, but then I went to the
hold on.
underground parking lot.
We wanted to go back to some
Wait,
stuff
wait.
with Edgeworth, right?
Yeah, I want to talk about the contradiction story.
Oh, yeah.
Contradiction story.
So can we expand on what the story is? Because we kind of mentioned it in passing.
The King of Prosecutors trophy was made after a story that apparently famous in the legal world of Ace Attorney,
Yeah.
where a guy and so Edgeworth is like, the famous story, and Phoenix is like, yeah, I've heard of it, but why don't you tell it forever? And Edgeworth's like, okay, buddy. A guy comes to a king and he's like, I have a sword that can cut through anything and a shield that can block anything, and Phoenix goes, objection. That's a contradiction. And Edgeworth is like, yeah, but you've heard the story before, right?
I like to imagine that Phoenix does this like all the time. I mean, he
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
talk to a lot
Yeah.
of
Oh, yeah.
people, but like
Yeah.
if he's at like a dinner party, like if someone's telling like a funny story.
I mean, literally, in the first case, at the end of the first case with Larry, I think Mia says something like, oh, give Larry something to show that his girlfriend did love him. And Phoenix gives him the clock and says, take that in the lawyer voice.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
definitely does that shit all the time in real life.
I also really enjoyed having the actual courtroom music playing during this.
Yeah.
With the like old world, like, visuals from the story.
Yeah.
So good.
I like to think that Edgeworth is telling the story while Phoenix is sitting cross-legged on the floor.
My note here that I've got says, "Oh, interesting. His trophy has a sword." Wait,
Oh, wait!
Wait.
Here's the funny thing. I genuinely didn't notice in the photo that the trophy looked any different the first time. I was too busy being distracted by the vase and the shiny golden armor. Like a
I
goddamn
only noticed
magpie.
it when they pointed it out in
Yeah.
Edgeworth's office.
Oh, okay. Then it wasn't just me, thank goodness. Okay, now we go into the underground parking lot to get back to the policeman's offices. And Angel Starr is there, and she immediately hands us just like a bunch of beef.
It's roast beef, so it is cooked.
Yeah, it's cooked beef, thank goodness. But then she starts talking about sucking titties.
Wait, what?
I'm so happy for her. The only character cursed by sexism in this whole game.
She's like, you're like the first person who suckled from a cow.
No, it's specific. The specific line is, "You're like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk." And Phoenix just drives right past that and doesn't acknowledge it at all. Like it's a perfectly
Thanks for
normal
sharing
thing to
that.
say.
Moving on.
It's so out of left field. Like, it's not even a weird, vague lunch metaphor. She just wanted to talk about sucking cow titties. It's so fucking funny. Oh my god.
I just talks about naming a lunch after you. I didn't write anything down about this.
Oh yeah, she says it's called the right way, where it's like sweet on the top. No, it's like sour on the top and sweet on the bottom, which sounds awful.
Oh yeah, bitter and sweet layers. Ugh.
Yeah, really unpleasant
Not good
sounding
imagination. Yeah.
I could be okay.
But in this conversation, Angel basically tells you the entire situation verbatim as to what's going on. Like everything about Gant and Lana previously working together, about how Gant set her up as the prosecutor so that he could have a prosecutor under his command. And it's just like, well, I guess if I didn't figure it out before, it's kind of done now, huh? I think at a lot of points in these cases, they sort of forego the possibility that you could have figured it out on your own just to cover the base of, in case you didn't know, here's the person to do the last bit of exposition to just dump all of the information on you that you need.
There's kind of a sad spin here because it turns out that she really admired Lana when they worked together, and then Lana just kind of completely disconnected once moving over to the prosecutor's office on account of the blackmail.
Yeah.
I know she seems genuinely very sad about this for a second.
Yeah,
Naturally, Phoenix doesn't comment on this.
of course.
Phoenix didn't notice.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, it's really weird that, like, she says that, like, the reason she kind of hates prosecutors so much is because of this whole situation. Lana went really cold. But she's already kind of admitted that she knows it's Gant's fault. And I just find it odd that she doesn't ever really critique Gant. It's always like, Lana's the one who fucked up.
Yeah, A doesn't critique Gant. B, like, still is so adamant that she, like, saw Lana killing someone and it couldn't have been anything else other than that. Yeah. So I was like, what's the situation there? Is she just, like, intentionally trying to frame her or what?
It's so odd. Because I really like Angel Starr. Like, I think I said it last time, like, I really like her as a character, and I think there's a lot about her just being really sure of her own skills is really good. But then actually she kind of has a lot of bad takes.
I think a lot of people in this game have a lot of bad takes. Okay, let's now go back to the Criminal Affairs Department and tell Gumshoe that Edgeworth is going to kill himself unless we let to snoop around in Gant's office.
And he's like,
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
It's very easy to manipulate that guy. He's not very smart.
Or is he really smart and he knows?
Or is he
say?
really smart?
I mean, he does know that his job is already on the line in this case because of how close he is with Edgeworth. So there is something there. Once again, barely commented on.
Phoenix has got shit to do.
Check out this cool office.
Yeah, wow, never been here before. Crazy.
And look, we don't need Gumshoe's card anymore. Let's just screw it up. What the fuck, Phoenix?
That thing is, the line is Gumshoe's ID card crushed and rendered unusable, which is such a lovely flourish to that specific line.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that he'd crushed it when he was scared by Gumshoe, but it doesn't read that way in retrospect.
No, he just does it because fuck him, I guess. You're already in too deep, my friend. You won't be needing this anymore. Also, it's the second time in this case where Emma hits him in the face.
Just a side thing about Gumshoe, I really like how his, like, animations ramp up his emotions so well. He'll have the kind of, like, thinking about a thing, and then he's kind of like a bit more cross, and then he's like heavy breathing and really angry, and like I just always appreciate when you just see Gumshoe getting more and more revved up, like even for one of the older sprites. It's good.
I think Gumshoe has some of the better like sprite work. Although, I mean, everyone in this case is pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, seriously, there's a lot of really good sprites in this one. Like, I already fawned over Marshall's getting shot sprite in the first half of this case. Really, really good.
Yeah, and we also talked about the way, God, I'm so bad with names.
Angel
Starr.
Yeah.
Her, like, looking directly at you sprite.
Her
When she,
looking
like, flicks
eyes.
her head. Yeah. It's the power of the Nintendo DS.
It's the power of Nintendo DS. It's time for us to dust for Prince, but there is one thing I feel like I need to mention before that, is that Gumshoe starts fantasizing about jumping out of a 15-story window.
Well, he doesn't specifically say a large, like a high up window. He just like
No, he just
wants
has a
this big
large
He's
window.
like, I want to jump through this.
I want to, but like after Edgeworth talking about wanting to kill himself and then going to
He doesn't say he wants to kill himself.
Edgeworth says he wants to hang himself with a noose, and then you go and see Gumshoe and tell him that, and then you go into another guy's office and the first thing Gumshoe says is, man, I really could jump out of that window right now.
We've already talked about Gumshoe falling out of a window already. It's so insane.
Something was going on when they were writing this case.
There's also a thing that he says when you inspect the pipe organ while he's there, that apparently if you were in trouble, Gant would take you into his office and play the pipe organ until you lost your hearing for a short period, which is torture. Which is legally torture.
Seems like an alright guy.
Seems like a cool, reasonable guy.
Yeah, also, either just before or just after saying that, he says something like, do you really suspect Gant, the chief of police?
Oh, him? That guy? Nah. No way. What? The swimming guy? What? Nah. Crazy.
The nice man with the money?
Yeah, the nice man who gives you free money.
This rich guy with all the power? In my institution?
In my institution?
In my real life?
In my real life? So, it's time to dust for prints and spray for blood. Well, you don't spray for blood here, but it's time to dust for prints.
You can spray for blood here.
Yeah, but there isn't any.
I didn't do it, but it's here on the transcript.
It really?
You can spray for blood anywhere, I believe, is the thing.
Oh, you find blood here.
Oh. Well, that makes sense, given
I
the
tried
situation.
spraying for blood and the option didn't show up. Like, I went to the luminol fluid and it didn't give me the option to spray. That's weird.
Huh.
That's really weird.
I could only dust.
I also didn't dust. I was pretty checked out at this point. I'm like, we're done.
I dusted, but everyone keeps sneezing the dust at me. They say, quick, run, I'm gonna sneeze, run away.
What is so funny about this room is that you take one look at the safe and Phoenix is like, yeah, I can crack this. They have held your hand so much for so much of this game, and they take one look at a safe and you're like, they can handle this. 7-digit code, no problem.
To be honest, every time we've seen a safe, which is all of, I think, 2 other times in this whole game, the combination answers to the safe have been literally right next to the safe. But in this case, it's Gant's ID card number, which is 77777777777.
Too many.
Dang it, you're right. And inside of that safe, wait, do we break into the safe now? That's
Yeah.
what happens now, right?
Yeah, you
We
break into it,
the
right?
safe.
That's what you're here for, basically.
Inside the safe is a scrap of cloth and a shard of the broken urn. And all I could think to myself is, like, why? Dude, why would you
Yeah,
need
I
to
also
keep
couldn't
these?
figure this out. It makes sense in retrospect, but...
Like, he explains himself later in the case, but in the moment, I'm just like, oh, wow, he's been hiding damning pieces of evidence in the safe in his office that was very easy for me to break into. Just there for 10
Yeah.
years, for not 10 years, for what, 2 years? What? Wow.
2 years.
10 years was DL6, 2 years is SL9.
I believe DL6 was 15 years, but yeah.
5 years ago.
5 and 10 score years ago. Yeah, and we're like, oh, wow, a handprint. Whose fingerprints is going to be on this?
Someone normal.
Someone who killed somebody, for sure.
Oh yeah, they've got to be a murderer's handprints.
A normal murderer.
And then it's Emma, and then Phoenix is like, I'm just going to hide this in a case all about how hiding evidence is bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get into that because I made a boo-boo later on in this case that's related to that.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Did you forge evidence, my friend?
No, I did the opposite and I got in trouble for it.
When is it that Emma is like, oh yeah, I pushed him, actually? Is that when she testifies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because she doesn't remember
doesn't
at
remember
first,
until
and then
the
you
picture.
and then you show her the picture, and she's like, "Wow, I remember everything," and then she lies, and it turns out she doesn't remember everything.
Show her the blue badger and she is awoken.
She's woke. Okay, so we find all that shit, and then Gant comes back, and everyone's in a lot of trouble. And then Gant says, "Hey, 16-year-old, you stay here with me. Everyone else leave."
I think every single
And-
one
and
of
then
us
you
wrote,
leave.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
So fucking insane.
Just the
So
loudest
insane.
fucking siren in the world starts blaring in everyone's head collectively.
Except Phoenix. He's like, yeah, it's
Except
fine,
Phoenix,
I'll
which
leave.
is, well, guess there's nothing I can do. He's the chief of police after all. There's no way he did it. The chief of police? No. Not him. Shelley.
Guy with the money?
The guy with the money and the power?
This rich guy?
He does fire Gumshoe. I don't want to gloss
Out
over
of a
this.
cannon.
He fires Gumshoe.
Yeah, he does fire Gumshoe. It's a shame, but it had to happen. He
He
wasn't very
was
good at his job.
trespassing.
I'm gonna have a new Gumshoe arc next game where he's in a Hawaiian shirt and like just chilling.
Oh, Oh my god, I would love that so much.
Immediately after you abandon her sister to the chief of police, the person who is responsible for all of the bad things that are currently happening, you go and see Lana in the detention center. Who I'm sure will be fine with the information that we've just done that. But actually, I don't think you mention it at all.
No, you did.
I think you do, but she doesn't care.
It's the literal first line. She says, "I see." So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I feel like that's what she's been told, because saying she came in for questioning makes it seem like it was something she did voluntarily, and not something that she was forced to do because she got trapped.
Well, that's what Phoenix tells her. Yeah.
Phoenix is a liar. Then you have to ask her who she's afraid of, like, to figure out why she's hiding so much information. Who is she afraid of being on the bad side of? And you get to pick who here. And I feel like every time you're given the option of picking a bunch of people that you need to get the answer, it always puts you on the right person first.
Yeah. It's definitely
I think there's a case later on where it doesn't do this.
I think there's one instance later on where you have to select.
I think what it is that the first person on the list is the last person that you met, and that's why Gant is first.
That's very funny.
Okay.
Because later you have to select Lana, and she's not first.
So obviously, you ask her who she's frightened of, and she says, "You tell me," and then you select Emma for funsies.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't matter what you say. It's an inconsequential bit of dialogue that just says, I'm actually more scared of you than any of those people. And then you just loop back into selecting Gant. The thing she says about being afraid of you is really weird. I can't remember what it is because I didn't write it down, but it's something about how Phoenix wields power or something like that.
I want to rewind a second because we glossed over something she says, which sounds the homosexual alarm. She says, "Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous."
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Well, she admits to everything, and then she's like, hope you don't want to actually say this at court, because I'm not gonna let you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the opposite of admitting to stuff. She's like, I didn't kill somebody.
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Insane line of dialogue. Phoenix Wright, you solved all the pieces of my diabolical puzzle. Don't solve it! Don't put that last piece in there, please. Wise guy, please don't take a crack at
Foolish
it.
thing to ask. She's already, so many times, she's been like, hey, don't do this. And Phoenix doesn't listen. The best thing to do is say nothing at all. And she fucked up. She said a lot.
Just like the Time.is quote of the day.
No. It's fine, we're not going to talk about it. I know
No, we won't.
we're 3 months in the past, so it's good. No one's going to know.
You don't know how often they recycle daily quotes.
Yeah.
Alright, it's time for a trial, but can we take 5 first?
Here,
None of
everybody
this is
listen.
going in there. There's no way.
There's a specific
Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to go
Hi.
to court.
Yeah, we are.
In real life and in video games. gonna be
Fuck,
great.
okay.
We talked to Edgeworth outside the courtroom.
Yeah.
And Edgeworth is like, we are about to fight the greatest battle we've ever fought in our entire lives. We are going to have to work together.
It's like, we're gonna team up for this one. It's really funny.
Well, he's like, I want to hear what you have to say to decide whether I'm going to team up with you, basically. And Phoenix is like so manipulative about it. He's like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to do what I think is right, and you're going to have to decide what you think, like, the best thing to do is. And I was like, as I was writing my notes, I was like, oh, he should have just said, and then I was like, actually, there is no way to speak to someone who's been doing something evil for 4 years and be like, hey, what if you didn't do that this time?
Please stop it.
Think of the
This isn't
children.
even the first time you've worked together on a case.
That's not technically true.
You basically worked together in case 3.
Yeah. He also says at one point, like, you bring up to him that this case is going to have a lot to do with SL9, and Edgeworth says, we don't have time to reminisce about the past, says the guy who was found not guilty because of his relation to a trial that happened 15 years ago.
And it's gonna happen again.
And it's gonna happen again, and it'll happen to you.
Anyway, this conversation isn't reflected at all inside the courtroom because they are at each other's throats.
Jan's here.
Yeah,
Jan
the
is
chief of
hanging
police
around.
has a proposal to make.
What's that?
The defendant has asked if she could speak directly to the court and she should be granted her request. And then he leaves.
As soon as he said that, I was like, okay, Lana's gonna get up on the stage, say some bullshit that's gonna throw a wrench in everything, and then leave. And that's basically what happened.
Correct.
She confesses.
Also, how many more times can she confess to this crime?
Yeah, that's the thing,
Yeah.
is she's done that already, so...
She's already confessed, said she did it. Why is there a trial? I don't understand.
They don't have guilty pleas in the Shiny universe.
Ironic for an entire legal system based on getting people through as quickly as possible. They don't have guilty pleas. We really like to make people suffer in court first.
She tries to fire Phoenix, and
Yeah,
Edgeworth
that
is just
doesn't
like,
work? Question mark?
no. Like, you're right. The thing about Adam, what you said a minute ago, like, oh, they're just at each other's throats all the time, is true, but they're also, like, so obviously doing the same thing. It's so funny how they can, like multitask.
Yeah.
Because they're, like, yelling at each other and being like, no, this is the truth of the matter or whatever, but they're both just being like, yeah, well, what we actually want is, like, for Lana to stop lying, and like, Lana's like, hey, can you end the trial? And the judge is like, yeah, sure, and Edgeworth's like, no, we're not doing that, actually.
Like, on one hand, it's, like, extremely elaborate theatre, but on the other hand, we know that these two characters are incapable of that.
I'd say this entire game is just extremely elaborate theatre.
This game is anime, I would argue.
Maybe we'll watch the theatre production of Phoenix Wright at some point.
Oh, I want
my
to watch
God,
it again so
yes.
bad.
I'm so ready to watch it. I'll send you all the... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I can't mention that yet.
I will send you the definitely legal download that I received from the cast members of the Phoenix Wright stage production
I can get my hands on that.
that
I've
I can
got Capcom's
distribute
PR
with
email
their
address.
consent. I know a guy. Okay, so Edgeworth basically tells Lana, fuck you, we're still having this trial because we need to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are guilty of murder, because that is my job as the prosecutor.
And he's heavily, like winking at the camera.
And Gant says, and I quote, "Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut?"
Why don't you be a good, sweet little boy, Miles Edgeworth?
I hate that moment.
Why don't you be
So
my
much.
good, sweet boy, Miles Edgeworth? Sit your puppy ass
Oh,
down.
God.
Normally, Edgeworth is like back down here throughout this case when Gant has spoken to him like that. But Edgeworth says, "I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
Mr. Gant.
Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be."
I'm
Big
the
turnaround
big
in
little man.
Like 24 hours.
I'm the smart big man now. So Edgeworth is absolutely correct, by the way. Like, Lana can forego her right to an attorney, but she can't just, like, stop the trial from happening. The trial does still need to take place. But, like, since I don't think there's any legal precedent for, like, someone saying, I don't want them as my attorney anymore partway through a court case, so I don't really know what the law says about that.
That's what the law says, is that the judge is having the time of his life.
Exactly.
And it's going to continue.
So Emma goes up on stage to testify now, and immediately Edgeworth has decided to start giving a shit about the past, because Emma's testimony hinges entirely about what happened in the James Dark killings.
Jimmy.
I'm just gonna call him Mr. Dark, because that's the bad guy from Rayman.
Joe Chill.
Joe Chill. The Joe Chill killings!
Is that not his name? Yeah, the guy from Batman.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh God. So she gives her testimony, and one of the things she says as part of her testimony is, "I saw Dark stab a man right in front of me," and Phoenix says, "Wow, that must have been pretty scary."
Jesus.
Phoenix Wright has correctly identified one emotion, and he's so proud of himself.
Yeah, wow. Yikes.
I like here that the judge is like, "Hey, is this relevant?"
Yeah, and then Edgeworth is just
Edgeworth is like, "Yeah." And
Take
then
it away,
there's
Phoenix.
silence for like 30 seconds. And the judge is like, okay.
Also, like, just before the trial, like you said, Phoenix was like, you have to do the right thing, Edgeworth. We have to pursue the truth. And then Edgeworth, this entire time, makes it his whole personality for the entire case. He didn't shut up about the truth. It's like,
We're here for the truth.
okay, my dude.
Yeah. That's his whole angle. Is he just.
I feel like this is pretty well established about Edgeworth, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, he follows the truth line in case 3 as well.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of his stuff in case 4 is about how he became a prosecutor because he wanted the truth. He wanted people who he knew were guilty to be punished for it, yada, yada, yada.
If anything, like, following that line outside the courtroom was Phoenix being manipulative because he knows that would work on Edgeworth.
This is the first time where you have to point out a contradiction for Emma's testimony. And I thought the contradiction was, and I think it is still a contradiction, so I'm mad I got penalized for it, is Emma does say she saw Neil Marshall get stabbed in the chest. And on his autopsy report, it says he gets stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like, that's still a come on. Give me some. I think at the very least, I shouldn't have lost points for that one.
Yeah.
Which was mean. I can't remember what the actual contradiction was.
The contradiction is that she says that she drew a picture of the scene, but it seems to be lost. And you have it because it's
on the back.
On the back of a document that you picked up in Gant's office.
Fully forgot that looking at the things you pick up and like spinning them around and shit was even a mechanic until that.
You forgot about the power of the Nintendo DS.
I did. I did. But yeah, one of the things you find in Gant's office, which we didn't actually mention, is he has the other half of a evidence report for SL9 that Edgeworth was only ever given half of when he was the prosecutor on that case.
Multiple people in this investigation say evidence lists usually run twice as long as this.
It's very funny.
It's
evidence
weird.
lists usually run exactly as twice as long as this. Hey, Edgeworth, did you ever notice that your evidence list has a perforated edge that's been ripped? And he's literally just like, no, I didn't. Oh, did you also notice that yours has a drawing on the back of it? And he says, no, I didn't.
Yeah, like no one looked at the back of their.
It wasn't on the. They didn't have a DS2.
Look, the important information is on the front,
Yeah.
and that is true. They exist in a second dimension. But yeah, the drawing on the back is exactly what Emma has been describing. It's a tall, dark figure looming over another crouched down figure with a knife. And then you present that to the court, and then posit that since this half has a drawing on it, the other half that Edgeworth has must also have a drawing on it. And it's a drawing that looks markedly similar to the blue badger.
So spooky.
Weird.
The silhouette of his head.
And this is explained. They're just like, oh yeah, probably Gumshoe did this.
Yeah, it's very funny. I think the most important thing from this sequence of events is Edgeworth's reaction to finding out this information. There's an amazing series. Like, there's a lot of times where he's like losing his composure, and when he finds out that there's a drawing on the back of the evidence report that he used in the case that he's been like accused of forging evidence for or whatever, he goes he just like screams with his mouth closed. It's really funny, and then immediately regains his composure in a fraction of a second.
So good. Emma is the great prophetess that saw the most incredible little guy who's going to grace all of us.
Well, I think there's an implication here that this was like floating around the police department, and like maybe the chief detective saw it one day and was like, "Wow, this could become like a marketable brand."
Really fucked up thing to say, considering what the second half of that drawing was.
So fucked up. And also, like, why is evidence just floating around the police department? Like,
I think it's just supposed to be a coincidence.
That's a hell of a coincidence.
Yeah, of course. But also, like, when you combine the two pictures together, it creates this, like, harrowing scene where Blue Badger is just looking down upon these people stabbing each other with knives. And it's also, like, a really, really big head. It's, like, the size of their entire bodies that's just looming over them in the sky as they cut each other with knives.
It doesn't really make sense in the term of, like, the timeline of events, because the jar doesn't fall until after she rams into them. But she pictures both at once in this image that she's drawn. It's kind of like, it's almost biblical in a way.
It very much is.
she's a great prophetess.
So part of your next action is to click where on the picture a contradiction is pointed out. And I thought now was the time to click.
I also thought this.
like the positioning because it looks like he's stabbing him in like the shoulder instead of in the back. And I click that out, and then I got it wrong, and Emma starts getting sad that I'm accusing her of lying or something. And then Edgeworth says the act of making an innocent girl cry should warrant the death penalty.
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah, normal view.
Normal opinion.
Also, from such a misogynistic man, such a weird thing to say. He hates women. Why would he? Why does he suddenly give a shit?
Well, I feel like they're almost like trying to one up each other on like how nice they're being to Emma.
Yeah, they're
but
like
in a
trying
very-
to make
So
the other
true.
person
in a
seem
very
like a bad
performative
guy.
way, because it's not
Yeah.
fucking true at all. Like when Phoenix first discovers the picture and like shows it to the court, he says to Edgeworth, "This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture." And it's like, this is a picture of the most traumatic memory of her life. Like, chill the fuck out.
It's like they're very much like doing a performance here, and I feel like they're both just playing
Yeah.
into that. That's really what it feels like.
There is one moment where like Edgeworth like apologizes to Emma for making her like recall, you know, a horrific murder that she saw as a child. And it is definitely like performative, but also he saw a horrific murder as a child. I like to think at least on some level he did genuinely mean
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah.
true.
Perhaps.
The Phoenix should get the death penalty, yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
So now the thing that you're pointing out in the picture is that in the drawing, the guy with the knife is drawn as like a rectangle to show that it's like a blunted object. And the next point that you're trying to make is that Mr. Dark's knife, that Joe Chill's knife, is not the murder weapon. And using deductive reasoning, it makes sense for it to be the halberd that's been removed from the King of Prosecutors statue. What's fucked up is that if you select the King of Prosecutors statue, it's incorrect.
Yeah, this is
Even though
very
it
bad.
mentions the
Because
halberd
it doesn't
in
have the
the
blade on it.
Yeah, but it mentions the halberd in the description of the prosecutor's statue, and it doesn't in the picture that is the correct one, which I think is stupid.
Yeah.
Lana, like, at some point, I'm pretty sure around here, interrupts and is like, stop doing this, and they never do, but that's because you're
Yeah.
just about to figure out, well, kind of figure out, because it's not actually true, but get to the point that Lana believes, which is that Emma killed that guy.
Yeah. You have to do a jaw positioning minigame to show that it's the same, like, shape
Very
as the
bad.
head of... Yeah, I'm so glad they
famously
didn't
very
penalize you
bad.
for positioning that badly, because I would have lost.
Just
I was
tilt it
pretty
backwards.
low on court points anyway at this point, because I'd accidentally presented something without meaning to. I was literally just going over my evidence and I presented something.
I like
So
the idea of
I
Phoenix
was,
just
like,
very
sweating
impulsively
with
being
this
like, look
jar.
at this.
I almost presented my badge later on as well.
Check this out. This is gold.
The position of that jar was rough, because the first time I attempted it, I was so close to what they wanted that I spent the next, like, probably like 10, 15 minutes being like, what do they want from me here?
Yeah, like the problem is you don't know how exact they want it to look like the Blue Badger head. And since it's the first time you've ever had to do something like this in one of those games, it feels like very easy to fuck up.
What I had to do
Yeah.
in the end is actually look at the image that Emma drew instead of the image that they show you
Oh, that's
of the
interesting.
Blue Badger's head, and that was what got me there in the end. But it's almost hellish, like constantly positioning this and being like, is this it? And them saying, no,
No.
there's no penalization for this, do it again. You could be trapped there for weeks.
I think I was.
I think I was
child.
also, yeah.
I'm not going to say anything else.
Like, that jar gives me nightmares to this day.
Yeah.
I still have the, like,
That's
looming
really
dread
funny.
of, like, I hate you and everything you did to me.
So Emma, the timeline of events is that they were fighting, and Emma was like, I need to help because I think Neil is gonna get stabbed. So she runs into the figure with the knife, and they knock into the wall, which we've established now is on Gant's side of the office, knocks down the vase. And then from that, we deduct that Neil was knocked into the night, which has a blade pointing out, and gets stabbed and dies. So Emma is a murderer.
Death.
So
Yeah.
we have to execute her.
Except that we learn they've invented the concept
Aw.
of self-defense since Edgeworth's trial, I guess.
And also she was
It's
14.
so insane.
Which is
Doesn't
which
matter.
is less culpable than being 9, apparently.
Emma
this-
passes out upon learning this information, which I think is fair. Sorry, Devin, what were you going to say?
I'm so mad about the justifiable self-defense thing, because it just kind of makes all of the stuff around Lana trying to protect Emma kind of pointless and a bit shit.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just like, well, nothing bad would have happened to her. Like, what's the issue? It's such a weird, like, it's just so weird.
Like, they're still figuring out how law works, Devin. Like, they're still working out the kinks in the
okay, my
system.
bad.
For me, it's the fact that they went so hard into accidental murder is still murder 1 case ago, and it's like, you didn't have to do that. It didn't make any fucking sense at the time.
And, like, just imagine, like, being blackmailed for 2 years for no reason. I mean, obviously Emma would have been upset if she knew that she killed somebody, but then, like, I don't know. It's just so weird to me. I don't understand.
So here's the other thing. You're basing all of this, like, all of this links back to you realizing that the drawing of the blue badger was the vase, and that links the rest of the crime scene together and everything like that. But, like, thinking about it realistically, like, think about how many layers of disconnection there are to what's, like, currently going on. You're currently on trial because Lana Skye murdered Detective Goodman. And we're currently accusing a child from a case 2 years ago for murdering someone because of a vase that we found that looks like a silhouette of a drawing that she did.
Yeah.
There's so much going on in between those two events.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Just trust the process.
I don't like the process.
This is about truth, right? It doesn't matter what kind of family units we destroy to get to the bottom of this. We are gonna do it in this courtroom.
Also, like, a part of you finding out that Emma was the one who pushed Marshall into the statue is that allegedly, before Marshall finally, like, died from being impaled, he took a shard of the vase and painted Emma's name on it in blood so that in the future people would know that a child killed him. So that child would see justice. Detective Marshall.
The vase was complete. It wasn't broken.
Oh, yeah, okay. But regardless, I just think the idea that we're supposed to believe that, like, a detective was so desperate for people to know that a child did this and should be punished for it, so he painted her name on the vase in blood, is just insane to me.
It's really funny.
Really, really funny. And then,
We have a recess, and Phoenix gets evidence law for dummies for small children. And it's like, wow, I didn't know any of this.
I love the cover art of this book. I want this book.
It's very cute.
So fucking cute.
Wait, but before that happens, there's also a bit at the very end of Emma's testimony where Gant comes out again and basically just said, oh, none of this is actually important. none of this matters. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, finally, someone said it.
Fine.
It's like I'm on a
the
wild
process.
goose chase. What's really funny is when we move into trial latter, because all of the trials in this case have been trial former, trial latter. My first note is, here we go, final case, final trial. There's another one after this one.
Case latter 2.
Yeah, case la latter.
3-phase boss fight.
Literally.
So true.
This time we call out Gan, and he's like, I don't have to do this, which turns out to be pretty important. But right now he's like, I'll put up with it for a bit.
Wait, also, when Gant comes out at the end of the first thing, it doesn't matter. He says, this does matter. Because Edgeworth sentenced an innocent man to death.
Oh yeah, when he's referring to Dark.
Yeah.
An innocent man!
That guy who was desperate to imprison
Yeah.
this whole time.
What if it
no
was
way he
Gan
could
who
have done it.
hit that guy with his car?
Whoa!
Whoa.
What if it was Gan all the way down?
Really fucking funny.
Like, knowing that I'm gonna get killed for this and will need to frame someone, surely it's not the legal system that's the problem. Of which I am currently in charge of by puppeteering the chief of prosecutors.
I mean, it rules, like, for him. He doesn't think it's a problem.
I mean, he literally doesn't. He thought he was gonna get away with murder.
2 of them.
And he would have if we didn't trespass.
I forgot something about Gan coming out.
Gaunt. We pick Gaunt. And he says, he comes out and he says, the chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. Which
Yeah, but
seems...
the reason that we are picking
fucked
is
up.
because, just to go back a second, is the reason that we are picking is because Gant's like, how can we trust Edgeworth to pick witnesses? Like, he's compromising this whole situation. And Edgeworth is like, okay, what if I just give the defense, like, the ability to do all this? And I'm like, all that's going to prove is that you two are very clearly working together. Like... already extremely obvious.
But Your Honor, we clearly fucking hate each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like one of us is red and the other one is blue. Oh, hello? But yeah, I think the idea of only the chief of police being the only person in modern society that has the right to refuse to testify is really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, when I was a kid, I genuinely thought that was just like, they must have done that because that was a normal thing. Because I had no critical thinking skills and knew nothing about the law. And I was like, oh, okay.
Most people learn about the
seems
law from
weird.
this game.
50% of this
I did.
podcast.
And this is why I'm never going to try and commit a crime.
This is why if I do kill one person, I have to kill a lot of people.
Yeah. Very important lessons.
Gant does a lot of openly threatening you.
Yeah, he makes threats not just to like you, Phoenix, but also to like his colleagues. It's kind of crazy how just openly vitriolic this guy is able to be, and the court is just like, I don't know, man, you still need to prove he's the one that did anything.
But the judge is also just completely like, oh,
In
the
his
chief
pocket,
of police,
yeah.
you can't accuse him of doing anything.
We love to go hang out at restaurants.
We go swimming together.
We go swimming together. We go buy bathing suits together. We're best of friends. You would never do crime. I love you.
Literally.
There's definitely fan fiction shipping them, 100%.
Oh, I mean, returning to our favorite segment.
There's fanfic of that. It is my favorite.
Oh
segment.
my god, I'm not logged
Oh,
into AO3 on this, and it was just like, do you want to see adult content? Chill out. I just opened the website.
I mean,
The top ship for David Gant is David Gant, Manfred von Karma.
What?
oh Christ, that oh,
That's bad.
God.
I don't like that.
That is
37
bad.
fics.
How
Seven?
Jesus.
Manfred von Karma can't even have sex. He's like a lich.
Yeah, and he's siphoning life energy from the chief of police.
Sexual style.
I don't know if the judge is a named character in the Archive of Our Own tagging list. I don't know if he's popular enough for this.
He's gotta be.
Classic judge.
Well, he's not on this list.
You mean we don't ever learn the judge's backstory?
Or his first name? Or surname? Or middle name?
Play to find out.
There's got to be a more efficient way of doing this than what I'm doing, but...
How many Damon Gant ships are there?
Well, that's not easy to find out, because if you open a like, tagged Damon Gant fic, it's still 95% of the time going to be a Phoenix Edgeworth fic.
Yeah,
Wait.
okay.
Have I found it?
Oh, here we go. There's four...
There are
There's
some...
four
there's four.
fanfics of the judge and
Incredible.
Damon Gant. Not one of these is explicit cowardice.
What about the Von Karma ones?
Oh, well,
I bet they're horrific.
We gotta see
I
old
bet
man
they're
Yowie.
horrific.
Maybe that's the judge's surname.
Von Karma Gant is so interesting because they do not interact in this game, like, even once.
No.
do you think that's necessary?
I think they would hate each other, not in a way that derives any kind of sexual tension, but in a way where they would actively, like, maliciously try and ruin each other's lives.
God, yeah. Maybe this is where all the prosecutor police tension started. Just those two. Everyone else inherited it. Everyone used to get along so well.
Everybody used to get along so well until this place started being run by sociopaths.
I think we've accidentally stumbled into something real here, which is that, like, they spend so much time being like, wow, our whole system is fucked up, and then they're just like, well, I guess if we just take out the guy who's at the top of it, everything will be fine.
It'll topple like a house of cards.
9 explicit and 7 mature fanfics for David Gant, Manfred von Karma.
Huh.
I'm closing this tab now.
Are they all the same author?
No.
Wow, okay.
I think you should set fire to your computer now.
Do you know who Damon Gant reminds me a lot of?
Who?
Who?
He reminds me a lot of Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising.
You think?
Yeah. Like, I feel like his attitude is a very, like, when he's under pressure and his real self come out, he gives me a lot of Senator Armstrong energy. Like, he doesn't have access to nanomachines in this universe, or giant robots, or superpowered samurai people. So this is what happens.
Or the rules of nature.
All rules of nature. And we'll run when the sun comes up.
Yeah, I mean, like, design-wise, Armstrong is kind of just a guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm more talking, like, personality, right?
Yeah, I get it.
I honestly feel like Damon Gant would be very much a the weak shall be crushed and the strong will thrive kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armstrong couldn't work an organ, is all I'm saying.
That's very true. And Damon Gant could not work Metal Gear Excelsis.
Yeah. Where were we?
I'm so sorry.
Gant's testimony. Gant's testimony. We're partway through Gant's testimony. So we have to pin a piece of evidence on him that implicitly links him to the crime. And there's a lot of stuff. I think you can get penalized here if you pick something that's completely out of left field, but there's a lot of stuff you can pick here where the judge will be like, technically that is relevant. It's just not the kind of information we're looking for. Please try again. And I'm just like, why
Because you're not following evidence law.
Why the fuck has that not been a feature in every single other time I've had to present evidence?
Because Phoenix has only just learned what evidence law is.
It makes me insane. Like, I can't remember what I did eventually pick. I think the vase was the right one. I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then you finally get him to actually talk about the events, and he says something like, not even detectives are exempt from the law, which I think is really funny considering he's literally exempt from the law.
Yeah.
I did not take hardly any notes on like how this goes down.
Yeah, honestly. At this point I was just rattling through, having a fun time.
I don't
playing
fully
the game.
remember the sequence of events, but there is a
Oops.
point where he brings back talking about Emma and her testimony, and he says, like, I don't feel sorry for anyone. I only look out for number one. I don't give a shit about what she went through. I don't care that she, like, accidentally manslaughtered someone after almost being murdered by a serial killer. Like, that means nothing to me. I feel nothing. And the judge is like, yeah, there's no way he's the bad guy.
Gonna be honest, I spent a lot of my notes real estate here talking about Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh,
So I
did.
don't have anything here.
Many intertexts today.
Specifically talking about the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 2 where you team up with Riku to fight Xemnas. I feel
yeah.
like Sora and
Oh,
Riku
yeah.
and Edgeworth and Phoenix have some parallels going on.
You are so right about this. Also, Maleficent, Von Karma crossover.
Yeah.
Parallels. This
Wow,
is so,
holy
oh my
shit.
god. I'm never gonna stop thinking about this. I'm replaying all the Kingdom Hearts now.
That
Oh,
we'll do
hell
our
yeah.
next podcast about Kingdom Hearts.
Thanks, buddy.
Need to see someone edit the gif of Sora and Riku parrying the 1,000 bullets where you superimpose Edgeworth and Phoenix on them.
That would be really difficult to do, but I like the idea.
I could do
I'll
it.
see what I can do.
He has a really good animation where he's like breaking down.
Yeah, he like gets blasted by lightning. It looks sick.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
remember what you
so
need to
good.
do to get him to that point. You need to pin like another thing on him, but I can't remember what it is.
I think it's because he's like, oh, how can you possibly prove that it was
I
my
was in the
card
evidence-
that was used
yeah.
in the evidence room? And we're like, your fucking safe number is the same number.
Yeah, because you broke
Would
the
not hold
golden
up in
rule
court.
of reusing passwords, and then God smites him for that, and he gets blasted by lightning.
Not only would it not hold up in court, it's also so stupid because like there's no way that somewhere in the police there's not a record of who has what fucking ID number.
Right.
And if it's like, oh, well, he's the chief of police, it's a secret. It's like, well, then he's the only one without one. Like,
we could have requisitioned this literally yesterday.
It's really funny. But yeah, this entire sequence involves you basically pulling out all of the evidence that you've yet to use at some point, which is really good because there was so much of this case where I was like, when am I going to get to use that fucking screwdriver?
Oh, that
I don't-
screwdriver.
I don't
oh
think
my
you
god.
used the screwdriver.
you used the
Yeah, you do.
screwdriver to prove
You
that
do.
Edgeworth carried that body back to the
Yeah.
prosecutor's office, which is
Oh, I used
really...
the parking ticket to do
Oh.
that.
Ah,
Oh,
okay,
shit.
all right, okay.
Holy shit.
Nice.
That's
All right.
Mm.
Yeah, that's cool that it lets you do that. Should have been able to let you do that for the King of Prosecutors trophy earlier. But there's a really good bit here where the judge threatens to take away some of your lives for doing something, but then Edgeworth like interrupts the narrative to prevent it from happening, which is something I wanted them to do for ages. So I'm really glad that finally happened. I can't remember what the
really
exact
cool.
context was. It happens like right near the end of the whole Gantt sequence.
There's also a really nasty trait they've done us. I don't remember if they've done this before, where they ask if you have evidence to support something or whether you just give up. And giving up is more or less always the bad option. So, but
Oh,
you do not have evidence at this point in time, so you have to concede. I think we're talking about the same thing, Ro, is where this leads to the penalization where it's not real.
Yeah, is this where you're deciding whether or not to show the fabric with the handprint?
No,
on?
No, that's
this is-
after,
this is
yeah.
previous to that.
Oh, okay.
It's like he's like, if you do not have evidence that proves I definitively did this, then I'm gonna go to lunch, and you do not have that evidence at that point. So he goes to lunch.
Nice. Nice for him.
Well, he says he's going to lunch, and we're like, okay, we'll get Lana to testify, and then he shows back up and he's like, I will ruin your fucking life. Okay, bye!
Yeah.
I found the bit in the transcript where it happens. So there's a point where you have to admit that you don't have any concrete proof that Gant murdered Detective Goodman, because you straight up don't. So you say, no, I don't have any present conclusive evidence that proves that. And then Gant says, here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Udgy, I'll leave the rest to you. And then the judge threatens to, like, give you a hit, make you lose 2 life points. And then Edgeworth cuts in and then says, objection. You know, that thing that lawyers do. And then says, there's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial, and we haven't had the honor of hearing her testimony, which, of course, he is talking about Lana. And then, like, it even flashes the lives on the screen when the judge says that line about threatening to take them away, which I really like.
Can you imagine if you only had 1 bit of life left and that happened?
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, I had 2 bits of life.
The fact that they make that happen, even after presenting you with an option with a potential wrong answer, is really good. I like that. That's a good use of gameplay mechanics tying into the narrative. Okay, it's time for Trial Latera.
I think it's so funny here that you're like, okay, it's our final showdown with Gant. We're gonna pull out everything we have, and then he just leaves.
Yeah, he straight up just leaves.
It's like, well, here's Lana, I guess.
And Lana says, like, I can't remember exactly, she says something else first because it's like, whatever, and then they're like, are you sure you want to do this? And she says, I'm confessing to a capital offense, which I assume she actually meant the part where she was talking about stabbing Goodman, but what she was actually talking about before that was forgery, which made me insane. But then I realized that it was probably the part where she stabbed Detective Goodman.
So what happens here is that Lana is explaining the scene that she came across when she entered the room. And she's lying, but also she's not lying about some parts that are simply different to what we know. It's a little bit complicated. So she lies about the murder weapon being the halberd from the statue, but she is also insistent that the jar was broken when she arrived, which we initially pull up and we're like, okay, that can't be right because someone wrote a bloody message on it. Which, by the way, we didn't mention there was like a little mini game where we had to like connect the dots to spell
The
out
power of
Ian's
the
name, and that was
3DS.
fun.
The regular DS. Every time.
We'll get to the power of the 3DS
eventually.
at some point, yeah.
Yeah. And so what you eventually come around to is that someone else must have been in the room before Lana arrived, because the jar had been broken in that time.
Yeah.
Also, Lana has a picture of Neil's dead body,
Oh, what a
which is
horrific photo.
which is rough. Yeah,
so grim.
because he had been stabbed through the lung, and through the back. He had also
Puffed up a lot of blood.
yeah.
This turns out to be very useful though, because he had coughed up blood all over his jacket, which should have had Emma's handprint on it, but it turns out that actually there was no blood on that, so she must have pushed him before he was stabbed and coughed up all that blood.
Well, the trick is this is like the defining evidence of the entire case is that Gant removed the part of the jacket before it was sullied with blood.
Then he stabbed that guy.
Yeah. What was there about the jar?
Well, he wrote on the jar also.
Yeah, and then he smashed it.
Yeah, then he smashed it to take a piece so that she couldn't, like, so that he had black
Gant comes
mark over her,
back like almost
basically.
immediately, by the way. He's like, hey, I'm back. I got some evidence.
I forgot
I just
something.
went to
I left my
Greg's,
coat.
actually. Lunch wasn't.
I finished lunch.
I heard you were talking shit about me.
There's a bit here where the judge like openly accuses Phoenix of looking like someone who lies,
Oh, yeah.
which is
So
wild
insane.
considering his like past cases of being against prosecutors that are lying constantly.
Prosecutors wouldn't lie to the judge. The judge loves them.
And
That's
then
illegal.
Phoenix afterwards is like, wait, hold on. I thought he was considering just lying to like put this case away, but sadly no. And so in the end, the case hinges around this piece of cloth, and Gant is trying to goad you to reveal it because we've learned about evidence law in Baby's first law book. We know not to reveal it right away, or do we?
Okay. So here was my situation. This entire case is built upon the notion that people have been telling dirty little lies and getting in trouble for doing dirty little lies and lying to the court and forging evidence and doing anything untoward with evidence is a bad thing. So my idea was like, okay, I should just tell the truth of the matter. Because I wasn't considering it of like, oh, this is me presenting evidence. It was just me, like, this is me stating a fact. And then because of that, I died. Like, it... This is one of those situations where if you get the question wrong, you don't lose stock, you just instantly lose.
Great.
And I did that. And I fucked up. And
The judge pulled out a gun.
The judge said, "Okay, Phoenix, that was your only and last straw. Get on your knees, turn around, put your hands behind your head." And
Oops.
yeah, that was my experience.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, they introduced the concept of there being evidence law so late after a whole game, and also just like in the middle of this trial after the whole of the rest of it. It's just like, it's kind of a fun thing to realize, but it's also kind of like, this is a weird rule that you've just introduced that I have to suddenly internalize.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also they introduce you to it through Lana, who's like, if you're going to take him down, you're going to need this. But she spends most of this time trying to stop you from doing anything. Like, it just feels a bit strange. That's why you suddenly give a shit about evidence law. You'd be better off Edgeworth saying it, because, I don't know, he knows you're going after Gan anyway. And he is too. I don't know, it's just really fucking strange.
Yeah. And so by not showing it immediately, Gant then implicates himself by saying that he removed it, which then allows you to show it. Apparently, I'm reading through the transcript right now. Apparently, if you don't show it the second time, there's no consequence for that. They just force you to reveal it. So you ran into this trap that only happens once for some reason.
Woe is me.
So mean. Really mean that they do that. And so that's it. There's no blood on the leather. Is it like a leather, like,
You've got to
jacket or
assume
whatever?
so with that guy
Yeah.
and his aesthetic.
God, what if it's
That
clever?
cowboy. Oh, true.
I don't think vegans existed back then.
So true.
Oh, okay.
Especially not vegan cowboys.
Gant gets really, really confident here, and he's like, I don't care about anyone else in this world. It's about me, myself, and I. And that's why I can't be touched.
Yeah.
I'm probably skipping something.
Well, I think that's an interesting line, right? Because then, like, after, like, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but afterwards, Lana is, like, talking to Edgeworth, and she's like, you have what you need, Edgeworth, because you have friends, and you can work with Phoenix to do good law. And I feel like
That's
that
the power
is
of friendship.
kind of the moral that they're trying to put forward here. And it's like, you know, it's anime, it's the power of friendship, it's cute. But it's also really funny, because it's like,
Kingdom
hey,
Hearts.
the whole legal system is completely corrupt and is built in a completely fucked up way. But
But if
you've
we
got
stick
friends,
together-
smile.
We can
It's
overcome
so
any
funny.
adversity if we just stick together.
Yeah, no one will get executed if we just hold hands about it. It's fine.
We can restore the light to everybody's hearts if we just trust the power of friendship.
When you finally get Gant as well, he doesn't, like, have a breakdown. He just, like, he starts clapping like crazy.
It's cool. It's good.
There's a really good sound effect here because he's wearing gloves, and, like, it's a really convincing clapping with gloves on sound.
It's so good.
And then he just admits to the other crime. You don't have to do anything. He's just like, yeah, that was me too.
He has a big speech where he's like, Edgeworth, we're just the same.
Yeah.
I think we all wrote the "we're not so different, you and I," like,
Yeah,
as
we
the
did.
phrase, which is so funny because, like, that's not
We're
what
the
he
same,
said.
you and I.
It's just the trope.
What is that from?
God, that's a good question. I bet it's old as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I googled it and there's a supercut. Wow, there's a lot of things. It's using Austin Powers, Capote, Scary Movie 3, The Outrage, Mulholland Falls, Beer Fest, The Net, Behind Enemy Lines 2, Axis of Evil, Ivanhoe, Descent, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, that was probably a pretty early one. Day the Earth Stood Still, Fast and Furious 4, Spider-Man, Austin Powers and Goldman. They do it twice in Austin Powers.
I know the Spider-Man one is the one I'm
Hell
thinking
yeah.
of. I'm thinking of the Green Goblin saying, "We're the same,
Gladiator,
you
Tinker
and
Tailor
I."
Soldier Spy,
yeah.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, The Ballad of Jack and Rose Falling Down. So it could be Raiders.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's also in Metal Gear Rising Revengeance as something that Senator Armstrong says, coincidentally.
What about Kingdom Hearts?
Does
Probably happens
Xehanort
in
ever
Kingdom
say
Hearts
that?
as well.
I mean, it would make sense in Kingdom
Xehanort
Hearts.
might not. Yeah, I think he probably says it's a Riku. Well, you know, the parallels.
We can't dive into that right now. There's one thing I forgot to mention earlier. During Lana's testimony where she talks about stabbing Goodman, like taking the knife out of Goodman and stabbing Goodman with a new knife. Why did she do that?
Because she didn't want the SL9 evidence to become
Yeah.
and like dredge up that case, basically.
Why didn't she just take out the knife and then hide the knife? Why did she need to put a new knife in him?
I guess she didn't have enough time to hide it properly, so they'll probably just find it anyway. Whereas if that is a murder weapon, they'll probably leave it alone, I guess.
I don't think that makes sense.
Oh, here's a Verge article.
I don't think it's normal
Everybody knows this quote, but nobody knows where it's from.
It's from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Good
I
website.
don't think
Good
when
pay.
you stab someone, you leave
Oh, never
your
mind.
knife
It's a different quote.
Oh.
What's the quote that they're looking for?
What does it do? And the response is it doesn't do anything. That's the beauty of it.
What? I've
Not as
never- I
cool
don't know
as
what
a
that
quote.
is.
Yeah, not as.
It's from Jurassic Park.
Well, thanks Google for giving me that.
Thanks,
Completely
Google. I'm glad that
different
you work
thing.
as a search engine. It's so fun to exist
Yeah.
in the year 2024.
Uninstall Google right now.
Well, if anyone has an origin for that, please write in. We're going to assume it's Raiders of the Lost Ark for now.
I'm not assuming it's that. I think it's a book from like the 1800s. It's like that. Do you all know about the butler thing?
What do you
No?
mean?
What?
Are you assuming referring to the trope that the butler did
Yeah.
it in, like a murder?
The
shit,
first,
right?
the first news that anyone can find. This is an unsourced Tumblr post. I'm realizing as I'm saying it. I don't know if this is actually true. Apparently, the first use of that we know of is already like poking fun at how common of a trope it is. So we don't even know. Like, not only do we not know where it started, by the time we know about it, it is already so old that
That's
it's
amazing.
being satirized.
Mm.
Hell yeah.
I bet it started during the King Dynasty.
Maybe.
Could be. So many butlers then.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, it could have warped from like a handmaiden.
Well, here's the thing. There's only supposed to be one butler because the butler is the person who's in charge of all the other servants of the house.
It could have been
Or like an advisor.
independently
Yeah.
invented in lots of different places and times, given
That's true.
like a convergent evolution.
Given the murderous nature
Given
of
the
butlers.
Like
nature
crabs.
of butlers.
Just universally, they do enjoy killing.
But they're just so good at ironing my laundry.
And the cups of tea, incredible. So Gant confesses.
We get a new Lana Sky sprite that I know I made a note on. Several people made a note on, at least.
The smile.
It has given
Smile.
me 10 years on my
Plus
life.
10 years life.
She gives a smile. The entire game,
Yeah,
Lana
she smiles
is...
for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah. Emma's probably said back when I used to know her, she would smile all the time. We called her Smiling Lana. She smiled all the time so much. And that's the first time, like, her only animations during this case is she had another one where she was getting, like, desperate to try and stop us, where she would, like, crane herself over the desk, and, like, look wild scary.
She kind of, it was very similar to the Marshall I've just been
Jake
shot
Marshall?
sprite, actually.
So true.
Well, she has the one where she bites her thumb as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Yeah,
And the
that
one
was
where
so
she turns
hardcore.
around. She's the only NPC that turns around.
I don't like it when she does that. It's
She
weird.
does that when you're in her detention center and you mention that she might be scared of Gaunt. She just like turns around and turns back. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that last episode because she's like sitting down in that.
She sits down, she gets up, she turns
Oh, yeah, I
around.
remember that.
You say Damon Gaunt's name, she turns 360 degrees and walks away.
Yeah. We talked about motive. It's kind of important.
Which
he
motive?
he
Yeah.
killed a guy because he wanted to move Lana to blackmail Lana specifically into becoming the chief prosecutor, which he already wanted to do, but so he could control her, which is so much more like cartoonishly villainous than I was expecting.
Mm.
But I feel like I should have expected it. That one's on me.
I can't remember if it's also kind of implied that, like, he also just wants to stop crime, and all of this stuff is because of that.
Yeah, that's why he says to Edgeworth.
'Cause he kind of
like,
talks
we
to
both hate
Edgeworth,
crime,
yeah.
and so he says, like, you'll end up doing the same thing as me at some point, basically.
Guys, I'm so fed up with serial killers. I'm gonna become the arbiter of good and evil.
You know how it is.
But he... It's so funny. There's like, I have to stop crime, and I'm going to do this by murdering one of my own employees.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. So weird. One of my best... isn't he a prosecutor?
Oh, sorry.
Isn't he a
Yeah, he
prosecutor?
murders a prosecutor.
I mean, still.
Well, then he murders
still.
Goodman, is
Like,
what I
I'm-
meant, but yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
right,
that's
that's
also
not where
bad.
he started.
So insane.
And murders the king of prosecutors.
Well, at least he's not into royalty, I suppose. He's gonna have one redeeming feature aside from swimming.
What about his sense of style?
Oh yeah, that's true. That is pretty good.
His pious affection.
His song is incredible, so you know what?
It's good. It's
I
no,
don't know
it's
why
no
I sent
Jake
him to
Marshall.
jail.
It's no
but
Jake
it's-
Marshall.
it's pretty good.
Okay, we're out of court. We made it. End of
We're
the,
on court.
the final little bit where everyone comes together at the end of the case and says, "Yippee! I'm so glad the whelp was saved by Phoenix Wright."
Lana, to be clear, Lana is going to jail for
Yes.
forging evidence, and she's like, I am going to confess
Yeah.
to everything I've done in the last 2 years as chief prosecutor under Gant.
But hey, at least I'm not getting killed.
But she does arrive after the courtroom because Gumshoe who
Bribed
I
a
guess did
police
keep his
officer.
job- yeah, he bribed the police officer at the detention center to. Do you think it was the guard? You think it was him?
100%.
Oh, favorite god?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. So here's the thing. Not only did he bribe a police officer, but he bribed a police officer after recently getting fired. So he's just like a civilian doing that.
No, I think he probably kept his job because it was his job to like escort her, right?
I don't know.
Unclear.
I don't know. I don't
I have no
know.
idea.
Who could say? But there's someone else here.
It's Miles Edgeworth.
Oh wait, no. First, we gotta talk about the conversation between Lana and Emma because it is good.
They hug.
We gotta like a CG
Yeah, oh yeah,
of
no.
them
Also,
hugging.
like, a really funny thing is, like, this is the first time you see Emma after she passed out, I think. And you're, like, worried for her well-being, and she's just like, oh, it's okay, I'm happy now. I'm not a murderer, and my sister's not gonna be killed, so I'm in a pretty good mood.
Fair enough.
And then they hug it out, which is nice.
So
Yeah.
nice.
Alana is smiling in the image. It's cute.
Oh, it's so cute. It do make me very happy. Even though Lana is a terrible person.
She's
I'm
a
rooting for her.
terrible person, but she should smile more.
Not like this.
Angel Starr is the only misogynistic character in this game series.
So true.
I have no problems with any of the other female characters in this game series.
Edgeworth is there. He's hiding.
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth is there. Edgeworth,
Oh.
Edgeworth says some
this
shit.
Silly man.
So, like, you're all having this positive moment, and Edgeworth says some shit that's like, it's too late for me to change.
Yes.
So...
I've turned evil, and I'll never go back.
emo.
Yeah, Gant's like fucking vicious mockery cantrip worked on him for sure.
Apparently. And then Lana says you can show him something that you would never have been able to figure out, either of you on your own. You have to figure it out together. Did either of you know what to pick? Because I sure as hell didn't.
I did.
What was it?
I mean, I didn't know initially, but I sat down, I looked over the evidence, and it's the evidence list because you each had one half of it at the beginning of today's trial.
Kind of a homosexual metaphor, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Being gay is a lot like having two parts of an evidence list for a serial killer's trial.
It's
So
really
true.
funny that I have the note here, which is like, oh my god, what if I had failed the final evidence check in the game? And then reading Rose notes.
Yeah, I gave him my badge.
Well, you know what? If it wasn't for Edgeworth, Phoenix would be a fucking lawyer, so that kind of makes sense to me.
I knew this was inconsequential and I just didn't give a shit, so I just gave him my badge.
That should always be an option, I think.
I wish there was more custom dialogue for when you do something obviously wrong.
So what happens if you get it wrong? It's just like, oh,
Well, it's just like, no, it's not that, but you guys work
I
great
guess
together.
we'll never know.
what's the dialogue? Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. And Lana says, that didn't just happen by chance, Edgeworth.
That was fate.
Okay.
So normal.
Okay, it's the end now.
It's the end.
We played a game together, friends.
There's a sequence where Phoenix is like remembering everything that happened over the course of his lawyer career, because this is the new like end of the video game. And there's like a fade in and fade out of every influential character throughout the course of your journey. Like Mia's there and Maya's there and everyone. And then the very last person to fade in, who lingers there a lot longer than everyone else, is Edgeworth.
Completely central also.
Completely central, unlike everybody else. The core of this person's being. Kind of gay.
A little bit.
Sad that we're never going to see Edgeworth again, I think.
Phoenix
Yeah,
says,
he
Phoenix does a
moves to
little bit of
Europe.
setup for the next game, and he's like, oh, I'm on a journey to rediscover myself, and I'm like, you are 24 years of age.
Let me get credits. There's some like visionettes of characters, mostly from this case.
Mostly.
You get to see Meekins. Everyone
He
was
fucking.
really aching
I
to see
was-
what happens with Meekins.
I was so mad that they managed to get one more awful air horn noise in there.
so annoying. Do you not see Jake Marshall?
No.
Oh shit!
Oh, wait, no, you do see Jake Marshall.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have his theme tune, so I just wrote it off.
So it might as well not have been him.
Oh, he's in jail.
Yeah. And you also see Angel, and she says she makes more like lunches themed on Phoenix Wright because she says kids seem to really
Oh, right.
dig
This
the
is when
Turnabout
you
theme.
get the lunch. Yeah.
Yeah, kids really dig the Turnabout theme.
You see Gumshoe.
Good friend Gumshoe.
He's still got his job.
Yep.
Hey.
You see the judge, and he
Yeah,
like
he probably
gets up
shouldn't,
and
but-
leaves from the judge's stand, and I'm pretty sure it's the first time you ever see what's behind the judge. It's a chair.
And you see Maya.
Yeah, you see
Hey.
Maya moment.
My moment.
We love her.
She's the best character.
She's still doing mystic training, so she can't come back until she's a full-fledged spirit medium.
God knows how long that's gonna take.
Gonna be a lot of ghosts in the next game.
Yeah, the next game is actually Ghost Trick.
The bellboy is there. the bellboy is bringing tea to Edgeworth, who is missing, and there is a letter on his desk.
I wonder what it might mean.
Out for lunch.
gone fishing. I feel like it's worth pointing out that one of the localizers is named Brandon Gay.
I
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah.
can tell you a fun fact about Brandon Gay, which is that they must have worked for Capcom, done the translation for at least as long as Ace Attorney Investigations, because I recently played a beat. In fact, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, which means they still work for Capcom because they only just localized that one. I played and beat that game like 2 weeks ago, and I saw the credits, and I was like, wow, one of the localizers for this game is called Brandon Gay.
Wow.
Shout outs, great name.
That's so cool.
Awesome name. Awesome name. When I get officially married, I'm changing my surname to that.
Hell yeah.
To Brandon Gay.
Your surname will be Brandon Gay.
Ro Brandon Gay.
And then we check in with Emma, and we have one final demonstration of the power of the Nintendo DS, where we see a book that Lana gave to her called Baby's First Scientific Investigation. Same branding.
Same
It's got a duck.
Love that duck so much.
There's a photo in the back of, I think this is Lana like graduating from law/cop school.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's cop school because she's wearing a cop uniform. And the whole thing I could think to myself is, man, this would be a lot nicer if she wasn't a cop who did do crime.
And that's it. That's the game.
We did it.
I'm so proud of everyone.
We beat the
Lessons
game!
learned.
Laura's fine if you just take out the rich guy at the top, especially if you use the power of friendship.
Laura's about having fun and being yourself.
Laura's about having fun of being yourself.
If you're gonna commit crime, do lots of it all at once really publicly rather than try and hide it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned.
Yes.
I think like a couple of very powerful people got sentenced to death. I think if I was someone who was extremely powerful and had done really bad things, I might start lobbying to get rid of that law at this point. We'll see how that pans out in the next game. I guess if you think you're untouchable, you think you're untouchable. Right?
I want this game to take an extreme left field, and it turns out that the law is dictated by like an alien race.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not saying shit.
Like
about
like
shit.
there's
That's all I'm
these
saying.
cosmic entities that are manipulating the forces on Earth because it's like a fun little playground to them, and they just want to see. Wait, that's us. We're doing that.
Whoa.
These are our dolls that we're playing with. I want there to be a super judge who's like eviler than the regular judge.
Okay.
And what else do I want from the next Phoenix?
Oh,
Wright?
this is predictions now, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Predictions for Phoenix Wright to Justice for All is the subheader, right?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
really impressed.
I
Yeah, that almost felt weird. I was like, wait, how do you know that? And I was like, oh wait, that's not a spoiler. That's just the name of the game. Okay.
my first prediction is I want everyone to get justice. The second prediction, Maya's gonna come back. That feels like a pretty obvious one. That feels like a safe one. Third prediction, I want there to be a trial where the judge is accused of a crime.
Whoa.
And then in the next case, the judge looks exactly the same. It's just a different judge.
It's like a clone.
Adam?
I don't really have much in the way of predictions. I'm looking at the banner of the Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright trilogy. Which of these two prosecutors do you think it's going to be? I'm assuming they're prosecutors.
The laser eyes guy. Gotta be Cyclops.
You think it's gonna be the laser eyes guy?
I've just been saying that every time. I've said like 3 times I hope he shows up in this game. I just want to
really
see
like
him.
that it's stuck.
I mean, in terms of composition, it makes sense because he is the second one across from Phoenix.
Here's another prediction I have. This is going to sound really weird. I've got a prediction that one of these cases is going to have a piece of evidence that hinges on an item of food that has something like etched into it.
Why do you think this?
Okay.
Okay.
Like a piece of toast that has like some wording on it or something like that.
I like the Virgin Mary toast.
Yeah,
the
like
Jesus
that kind
I
toast.
thought the exact thing.
Like that sort of thing. But not necessarily toast, just a piece of food being a crucial piece of evidence because of something on it. That's my prediction for the next game, is that's going to happen.
I mean, I also think the laser eyes guy is going to be the prosecutor. I'm so curious about the woman because design-wise, she looks very similar to other characters we've met. So I'm more intrigued by her, but obviously anyone's fun.
If there is a Cyber Eyes guy in the video game, another prediction is that one of these crimes is going to take place inside of Umbrella Labs.
Oh, crossover.
Capcom. Maybe not Umbrella Labs, but in a lab.
Well, we could do a lab. Oh, that's easy.
Nemesis is there.
I'm curious about like how the next game is going to be structured because the way video games work now is like every time you make a sequel, you have to assume that you're going to be onboarding like a certain amount of players, and so usually the way like nowadays they just do tutorials like out the wazoo anyway. But I feel like back around the time of Ace Attorney, you would onboard like players by, having kind of a softball one, but not too much of a softball one. You would instead focus the tutorialization on new mechanics, except we've done that so much in this case.
Well, here's an important piece of context, is that we are going back to a game that was released on the Game Boy.
We're gonna take you back to
Interesting.
the past.
And this game has 4 cases. It does not have a 5th case that was added later.
That's also
It
extremely
is really interesting.
People don't like it as much then.
Is Trials and Tribulation the same?
Trials and Tribulations was released on the DS, I believe. It has 5 cases.
Huh.
And it has...
Was it released on the DS? No way.
It has
It
DS
does involve
mechanics.
the power of the
I'm
DS.
almost 100% sure.
I didn't think it did, but I don't remember.
Well, I guess we'll all find out
So
together.
this is going to be really weird. This is like
This is like going
okay,
from
this is
Yakuza.
extremely specific.
It's like going.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was going to talk about.
It's like going from Yakuza Kiwami 2 to
3.
Yakuza 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you did just play, like, it's like going from, if you just played Yakuza 1 by itself and then played Yakuza Kiwami 2 and then played
like a
Yakuza 3.
no. It's Yakuza 1, but you've specifically played the last chapter of Yakuza 1 on Yakuza Kiwami 1.
Yeah.
Shall we rate this bad boy?
Hell yeah.
I haven't even thought about rating it. Yeah, sure.
I have thought about my rating.
I mean, luckily, I have a very simple system.
So here's my opinion. Here's my opinion of this case. This case gave me a lot of trouble in the first half. I made that very evident. And the second half of this case came a lot easier to me. It felt a lot more streamlined, and I did get through it a lot easier. However, I feel like narratively, this case was going back and forth between 2 like entirely different stories that didn't gel together as much as I wanted them to. The events of the modern day and the events of the past, I didn't feel like they were as incongruous as I would have liked. There are certain narrative aspects I didn't like, but the new characters introduced were really good. The new sprite work was really good. I don't like the Nintendo DS mechanics.
Wow.
I don't know if that's blasphemous. It might just be because we're playing it on a PC, so it feels like shit. I don't like the Nintendo DS mechanics, and I feel like in the time given between the base game's cases and this game coming out, I would have much rather them introduce things that would just streamline the basic experience of getting through a case, rather than introducing these cute little children's game gimmicks in it. So because of that, I'm being quite harsh, and I'm giving this game a 6,021.
The whole game?
Sorry, giving the case a 6,021. Ah, shit, we're gonna have to review the whole game? Fuck.
Up to you.
We can. That's hard, though.
That's just because you said game.
I'm giving this case a 6,021.
That's very interesting when... Like, I personally think when you mentioned about the previous case and the current case being incongruous, I feel the exact same way about the previous case. That you get rated very highly.
See, I think the reason I rated that highly is because it was about, like, a core character to the overarching narrative. and it felt like the previous cases like built up to it. But everything that happened in this case was very self-contained, and it didn't feel like, I don't know, it just didn't engage me as much. Like, learning about DL6 was a lot more interesting to me because we've been hearing about it, all the stuff about, like, Mia's mom and Edgeworth and all of that sort of thing was, like, being drip-fed over the course of the whole game. So it made that case really feel like the final story in the overarching plot that is the first Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game. Whereas this narrative feels like, oh, hey, remember how we did that? That was pretty cool. Let's do something kind of like that again, but with new guys.
I'm with you on this, for the record.
Yeah, that's fair.
With her, so much that you deduct 3,000 points.
Well, I'm also being very harsh because I feel like this game is a post-game release DLC that had a lot of time to, like, breathe and develop on things that were presented in the main game. And I just feel like it didn't do enough to... The ways that it changed were just things that bothered me. So, like, that makes me judge it harsher as well.
Right, I think you're gonna have a really bad time as we progress through this show.
Yeah, probably. But hey, I'll do it.
I'm not
Oh,
ready,
dear.
but I will do
Like,
it.
I don't know what's coming, but I've seen some things.
Yeah, there
And
truly
I
are some things.
I also have a very strong idea of what I want us to do immediately after this show.
We've got so many ideas for
I
stuff
think you're
to
gonna
do.
have a bad time.
Cool, thanks,
I
Sans
do.
Undertale.
I like this case. This is a green from me.
Hell yeah.
I didn't like the third day of this one super a lot, but I really enjoyed the mystery of like going around and figuring stuff out in the first 2 days. And I still hold a lot of goodwill towards that. I like a good mystery. Didn't care as much about SO9, but I think there was some interesting stuff at the beginning of this. I just kind of got there really fast, and the game took forever to get there. But you know, when you're on a binary scale, it's pretty easy.
Nice or not nice?
Yeah. Going back to the prediction stuff about the next game, I am a little concerned about how the pacing of the next game is going to be coming right off the back of this one. Because if we drop too hard off the accelerator, I am gonna not have fun. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm open. I mean, it can only be rated one of two things, so...
Such a simple system. I love that.
I had fun. I had fun with the power of the Nintendo DS for the most part. I really liked the video segment of the trial. I think they can get a lot of good play out of that going forward. I didn't like the bit where I had to position the jar. That took me forever. But like the little minigame where you piece the jar together, that was fun. Writing Emma's name on the jar, that was fun. Like I'm having fun with these little gimmicky things. The fingerprints I thought were fun as well. So I'm just having fun with it. I don't have a lot of deep critical thought on this one. I think this game is fun.
Ace Attorney. It's fun.
It's alright.
It's green.
I'm gonna borrow your rating system briefly because I want to say that I really liked this case, and I think that it is very fun. I agree. I like the little gimmicky mechanics they add. I also agree with Ro that like I don't think the two cases hang together as well. What I like about it is that it picks up a lot of the what I like about it is that it picks up a lot of the themes from the rest of the case and like puts them in a new light a lot for the rest of the game. What I don't like about it is that it like softens a lot of its most interesting but a lot of the most interesting parts of those themes. I think there will be things to talk about regarding that in the rest of the trilogy and the rest of the series. I'm not rating it on my usual rating scale of what is the best stage to play this because there is something very specific that I want to talk about, which I can't talk about yet. So I will come back to this one.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
can you message me about this? I'm so
Yeah.
intrigued.
I'll do it right now. Hold on.
I'm gonna make the wrong response noise to whatever you send me. Sorry.
Wow, Jay, that was stupid.
Yes. No. Yeah.
yeah, no. Yeah.
You know what?
No.
I didn't make any. I made the exact.
That was the
noise
exact
I was
right
going to
noise,
make.
actually.
No.
Yeah, it really was.
You should
It
have
really was.
just said no, Jay. No. Not
Wow,
that.
you're so wrong about this.
You're so wrong about this.
Yeah, I'm also extremely excited to talk about that too. But anyway.
You want to rate this one?
Yes, I would love to. Here's my feelings on this case. I played this game as a wee young child of a small age when my brain was still a soup that could be that could be wrestled with and be made insane for the rest of my adult life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this case specifically, it like opens up the world a bit more with places that you would like that come back again and again in fan content, and like I think because of that, it just really like it just gives me a whole sense of nostalgia that all the other cases do as well. But I don't know what it is with this one. This one is just really specific. I don't know if it's just because I got stuck so much on this case as a kid. I actually did a lot of the like little gimmicky 3D, you know, like forensic science stuff just over and over again to entertain myself in between. That stuff appeals to me. I really like the new characters. The character designs gets really interesting.
Yeah,
and like
for sure.
I don't know, that it's just at this point when like the fan brain just takes over and I'm like, this is it. This is like the height of like the world in which this thing is operating, and I just really love it. And I like it as much as the previous case, just for very different reasons. Like, I also agree it's like so easy to get stuck in this case, and there's so many convoluted bits that don't make sense. There's so many bits, like the way that the like crimes themselves are talked about, I'm like, I don't think this order of events actually makes any sense, but like whatever. I can suspend all of that because it's just like very vibrant, I guess. I don't know. In vibes, and that's what I'm going with. So as per my rating system, it is smoking sick style.
Hell yeah.
Exclamation mark, exclamation
Hey, guys.
mark, exclamation
Guys,
mark.
I have an idea. I know Adam's not going to be on board with this, but I have an idea. Can we all have new rating systems for the next game?
No.
No, but I love mine so much.
You're welcome to change yours.
I might change.
Yeah, it's easy to suggest that when you have the most complicated one. I'm not changing mine.
I think I want to change mine to another more complicated one.
Great.
You have 10
feel free.
escalations. Be careful.
Well, it might not be numeric. It might be like something new.
Well, you got some time to think about it.
Yes.
Good luck. Would people like to talk about their opinions on the game as a whole?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Adam
Checked
can't.
that far.
What do you mean? What, you don't remember what happened in case 1?
It's somewhat important to me to know whether you would give the game as a whole a green or a red.
Well, we can do this very easily. There are 5 cases, right?
That's not necessarily how it works, though.
It's not how it works. I gave 3 greens and 2
You
reds.
That's a 3 out of 5, baby.
I think this game is a lot more top-heavy in the way that it's weighted. So, like, the 3 that I gave greens to were a lot more lengthy than the 3
It's
that
true.
I didn't. Truthfully, I think this game, like, takes a while to, like, ramp up.
Yeah.
And I don't regret giving those 2 cases reds, but I respect that they were building towards something, and I like what they were building towards. But I can still say it sucked in the moment.
So
Yeah, I liked it. Overall, I liked it.
Overall, green.
Yeah.
It's really easy to look at a game like this and see how influential it was on the people that did experience it when they were a child. It's easy to see where that sort of thing would have sort of, you know, like set seeds in your brain that would have grown over the course of many, many years as more of these games came out. And
they're so big,
and
there's no
and
room
like
for anything
in
else.
terms of where visual novels were at the time that this game came out, it's really fascinating to think of it in sort of like that historical context, because not many of them had particularly gamified aspects to them. They were usually just like wander around, talk to people. A lot of them were sex games, and I think like the only other prominent like culturally impactful adventure games that I can think of, like visual novel adventure games, is like Police Noughts, and that's the only one I can think of. And then Ace Attorney happened, and it's very clear that this game is a very big deal, and you can just sort of feel that when you're playing it. And it's old, and a lot of parts of it are slow and monotonous and a little confusing, but it is undeniably extremely charming and mostly just a very entertaining thing to play through, if not for just like engaging with what's a pretty significant cultural touchstone. And even though it is frustrating, I still definitely think there was a lot more good to be gained from it than bad. So I'd say like my overall score for the game would be 8,649.
Good to know.
Okay, yeah, interesting. I do want to say as well, like a lot of times in this game, I have fought forward towards other games that I've played that have came out afterwards that are like heavily influenced by this, and be like, oh yeah, I see where this goes.
Yeah.
Like it's undeniably extremely influential.
It's not every day that a video game gets a stage production or an anime
So true.
It's true.
or
Yeah.
1,800,000 sequels.
I think Devin and I like this game.
I think it's alright. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it.
Could
to be
take it or
honest.
leave it.
Yeah, you excited about the next one?
Yeah.
I am excited to play the next game. And I am not extremely excited. I am fine.
Okay.
Here's something we're gonna have to do, and it's not something we're gonna have to do yet.
We have to
No,
do.
we have to do this. We have to rank
Okay.
every game as we play it.
And you want to do a power rank?
I want to do a power
Okay.
ranking of the games. Fuck, we could have done a power ranking of the cases, but that's too much work. But yeah, we absolutely
We
have
can
to
do that at the end.
Do you want to do that now?
Not now. Well, I could, but
Power ranking of the cases is hard.
what we could do is like at the very end do they do those big like 6-hour tier list like streams.
Yeah, we could do that.
I believe
I think
asked Diego to do that with me at the end of Fight Out, and he was like, I'm too tired, fuck off.
and you hung up the phone. I would be so
Well,
down
we'll
for that.
see.
My opinions on a lot of the earlier cases in the game have probably changed in retrospect because like the very first case is so limited in scope from what I thought this game was going to become. So like I'd probably rate that case a lot lower. Like it's a really good introduction, but it's also like very pared down and boring. But like yeah, I'd be so down to do a full rating of every single case.
I would always be up for this, of course.
Is there a tier list maker page for Phoenix Wright cases?
I'm sure there is.
There must be. There must be.
Has to be.
Let's see.
Oh, careful.
Phoenix Wright Ace
You
Attorney
shouldn't
Trilogy
see.
Cases tier list. Yep, there sure is.
Not
Trilogy
but
cases, that's only like
why are
3/11
you talking
of
about the
game.
trilogy? Yeah.
It's fine. We'll either do it or I will make one.
Wait, do you want to do
this.
it now or do you want to do it at the end of the trilogy?
No. Well, the end of the trilogy might be a
Not
good
the
point.
trilogy.
I'm confused.
We're doing this at the end.
The
Oh, like the end, like at the end of time.
At the end of time.
In 5 years' time,
We
we'll
are
be
gonna
finished
spend
playing them
8
all.
hours like arguing over to where to place like 50
Oh,
different cases.
God, yeah, we
We
are
all
not
have to
all gonna
agree. Jesus.
No, we have to. This has to be a give and take. Like
It's
one
gonna
of
be
us
really
is gonna
fun.
want.
We're gonna spend 5 hours on it after spending 5 years doing this podcast, and then none of us are ever gonna be able to speak to one another ever again.
I'm gonna say I think Rise from the Ashes should be in like C tier above like the first case and the second case, and then someone's gonna tell me to kill myself, and then we're gonna have to start like physically fighting in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only way. That's the only way this can end. Only one of us is gonna come out of this podcast
But we
alive.
just learned how friends is meant to, help you survive or something. Like, now we're all fighting. We really did not take the lesson away with us.
My lesson that I learned was if I have to kill someone, I have to kill everyone.
It's true.
Right.
Well, something to look forward to, I guess.
The Phoenix Wright Turnabout Breakdown Battle Royale.